Hello, everyone. Welcome. Try this one more time. Welcome to Simulacra Presents Wrath and Glory, Imperial Truth. I am your GM, Matthew, and, well, we're here to roleplay. How is everyone? Before we get into it?
Fantastic.
Good.
Sick, mate.
I'm really sick.
Aw. I'm very
Ew.
sorry, but thank you for toughing it out in halfway across the world. So, let us sort of recap. Well, first, is there any questions before I decide to go into the recap? Any questions anyone has?
I think I'm good, mate.
Okay. Anyone else? Oh,
Nada.
No.
Shannon, one quick little mechanical thing. You did your resilience wrong, and I corrected it. It already that the thing you can control is just your armor rating, not the whole thing.
Okay.
So, but let me do something real quick.
Bloody hell.
We'll get into it. Hopefully people have been enjoying the... we had an abbreviated episode last week because of technical issues, but that shouldn't be a problem now. Oh, did I just kill the overlay? I hope I did not. One hopes not. Let's do this real quick. Gotta do those advertisements, everyone. Yep. Hold on. Honey, I'm recording. Yeah. What? Yeah, go check for me. Yes, everything's okay. Sorry. Special issues. Let me go. God dang it. Bobby.
Bobby. Oh.
Jesus.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
It's a GIF or GIF?
I can answer that for you.
It's GIF. if it's anything other than GIF, you're wrong.
Graphical interface.
I mean, apparently the guy who made it came out and said that it's GIF.
Yeah, I don't care
He's
what he
wrong.
says. I don't
wrong.
care. I don't care.
It's a goddamn degenerate is what it sounds like.
Oh no. Oh, I just screwed up the overlay so horribly.
Panels of the warp.
This is why we don't have nice things.
Yeah, I know. It's because I moved the stupid Discord. I apologize, everyone who's listening / watching.
It's alright.
Real quick,
You have to create
I'll fix it. I'm a big boy. I can fix it.
You have to create a culture of acceptance. You shouldn't heave yourself to such high standards. You're just a human being.
No. Well, I'm more than a human being. I am a GM.
I'm a GM.
Why is that the X-Men theme? Why is Alright, anyways, we're gonna get into this gaming thing that we do now. So
Alrighty.
Alright, everybody ready. So
Everybody's ready, mate.
do me a favor, recap for us.
Sorry, me.
Oh, I don't care. Anyone. What happened?
Okay, so completely accurate recap. We rocked up on some horrible, terrible planet. We gotta find out some stuff about some people, riots and factories and stuff. There's also like some creepy old priest that we have to figure out if he's like legit or if he's just like a George Pell or whatever. We also and then we're just on the way to this like precinct house, and then we're getting jumped by some scumbags and trucks. Oh, and also everyone hates me because I'm a scabby.
Except for me.
That seems like 100% perfectly accurate.
Yep.
Recap of last game.
I'm about to
100%.
jump out the back of the truck and kill everyone by
Does
myself.
anyone want to
It's
give
gonna be
anyone...
nuts.
Now, you know what you've done, Fats. You have to literally start every episode now with a totally 100% accurate recap.
It's Bruce sees it. Yeah. I'll have to remember that.
Okay, so what actually happened last game? And this is to everyone.
Okay.
Sure. So we landed on Clemency, or I'm sorry, we landed on the world of Piety,
Mm-hmm.
specifically the hive called Clemency, sent there by our Inquisitor Eris Sable, who had two missions for us. A public one, the official business while we were there for, in other words, what we were officially on the books there for, was to investigate the riots and secure the manufactorums to ensure that whatever is going on doesn't endanger production of the world.
Mm-hmm.
On the back end, we were to investigate an individual called Father Faithful, who was some mysterious priest in the hive who was rumored to be a saint. She wants to know who he is and determine the legitimacy of the rumors behind his sainthood.
Mm-hmm.
Upon landing on the planet, we went through customs, if that's what you want to call it.
Right.
We met up with a Judicator Hellreich, who appears to be some sort of high-ranking police figure, Arbites, police, whatever they are deemed on this world, which escorted us to a vehicle. He appears to be an inquisitorial contact of some kind, so he knows who we are, and
Yeah, he's
who
got the
we've been sent by.
basic overview of who you are.
Yes. He was taking us to. I actually can't remember where he was officially taking us. I'm going to assume it was to the headquarters, to their headquarters. But in transit, we were basically rerouted due to unforeseen circumstances and are now being chased by two unknown vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, and Bruce is about to jump out of the truck.
That's very important. Yes. So yes, that is actually
That's
accurate
right.
instead of factually accurate.
Hey.
Fat
Whoa.
accurate.
Hmm.
Fat
Yeah.
accurate.
Sorry, I just switched from my webcam mic to my actual one, which is probably sounding a whole lot better now.
Well, welcome to the digital age. All right, so so that was actually correct. We ended up where all four of our acolytes, or I should really say you're not acolytes because that's an archetype. I like to call you agents. You're agents of the Inquisition. And specifically, you all have come to this world. You're, just as Max said, trying to uncover some secrets and also keep things from going to hell. Right now, you're in the back of a moving, basically, a carrier,
It's an APC.
An APC, thank you. Yes. And you are being tailed by two smaller but fairly well-armed and armored vehicles as well. And they seem to be trying to run you down. So, we are opening this session. Oh, by the way, everyone, just real quickly, briefly, who you're playing. Because just in case people want to know. So, Matt, go.
I'm playing Jacta, the Hive Ganger, the Techno Hive Ganger.
Yep. Shanna?
I'm playing Juliet, the sister of Beto.
What order?
Order of the Argent Shroud.
Argent Shroud, yes. Okay.
Argent Shroud.
Yep. And Casper?
I'm playing Aid, the Maccabian Janissar.
Cool. And last but very much not least, Mr. Fats. Yes, that's actually his name.
I'm playing Bruce, the Aussie street shark, who's a scabby.
Yes. So, we're going to open up this session with a little bit of, I'm going to set the scene. You guys are racing down these large and then narrow, then large again and under tunnels and pipes and up through walkways of large intersections of this hive being followed and harassed by these two vehicles. You're zooming around. We're going to open this game up with a skills challenge. So I'd like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
Easy.
So for anyone who is listening, skill challenges are a bit unique. They were invented in 4th edition D&D. Basically, they are a way of doing tense action without necessarily being strictly combat-based. The rules, I'm going to inform my players of what a skill challenge is and how we will proceed. What you'll do with the skill challenge is everyone will roll initiative, and that will determine the order of sort of your action. In a skill challenge, what you want is to generate 8 successful rolls, not 8 icons, not 8 successes, but 8 successful rolls. So each roll will be its own thing. As we go down initiative, you will utilize one of your skills that you think is applicable, however you describe it. So if you're like, I'm going to shoot their tires out, maybe that'll be a ballistics challenge. Or I get on the radio and I start calling in for backup. That may be a persuasion check or a deception check, depending on what you're trying to do. And basically, you'll roll that skill, and if you get enough successes based on whatever the difficulty I set, that will be a success towards the completion of the skills challenge. If you get 8 successful tests, you will succeed. You will arrive safely at precinct 82-4. If you have 3 total failures, something bad will happen, and I will explain that when it happens. There are a few minor rules, though. In a skill challenge, you cannot use the same skill that you previously used. So if you use ballistic skill one round, you can't. 1 turn, not round. 1 turn, you can't use it the next turn. And the person before you can't use the skill that they used. So if they use ballistic skill or athletics or intimidation, you cannot use those skills. Does everyone understand?
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
yes.
I just rolled 3 times. Let me roll again for real.
Let me roll some more to fix it.
Okay.
Can I spend a wrath to reroll this?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
That
So
was-
I'm
that
gonna
was-
reroll 2 dice. I'm just gonna do it with the quick dice roller.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going
Okay,
to
that's
assume that the
much
critical
better.
success does nothing.
No, not really.
Well, yeah, okay. Apart from like,
You're
know,
going to go
6
first. Yeah, you're going to go first. Now, for anyone who's following at home with their own Wrath and Glory book, skill challenges are not in the base book. Also, real quick, I'm hearing some feedback through someone's microphones. Probably you, Casper, just because you don't have headphones on. Huh. Weird.
I muted myself. And I'm muting myself again right now.
Okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, but what they are is a derivative sort of off of what's called a threatening task, which we'll get to threatening tasks later. That's a little bit more mechanically complicated, and I don't want to do that right now. So, who got the most successes? Who got
me.
4 successes? 4 or more?
I crushed it.
What'd you get?
Juliet got 5.
I got 6.
Yeah, she did get 5. You got 6? So we got ourselves, let me put you guys on the initiative counter.
I got 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to put icons on the board. That's the only way I can make an initiative counter. It's weird.
Sorry, I'm spending my wrath, obviously.
How do I add an icon?
You've got to draw it from the deck.
No. Icon. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you mean like a player icon?
Yeah. I got Juliet's, but for some reason I can't get anyone else's.
I mean, I can drag mine onto
Yeah,
the screen.
just
if you
everyone
want.
drag your icon onto Roll20.
Yep.
Real quick. Yes, there are tokens on the page. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, add turn. Got it. All right. Where's everyone else's icon?
Sorry.
Yep. Shanna, where's yours?
There we go.
There's Brucey's. Okay, no, I got it. I got it now. Okay. Bruce on there twice for
Is
some
that
reason.
it? Did I do it?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. No, that's
Yeah, it just doesn't have a picture in it. It's fine.
Ah, okay.
I have Brucey on here twice. I don't know why.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I only
this-
see him once.
just get rid of that one.
Okay. Where's Juliet's? I can't see it.
It's got my picture.
I think you deleted her.
No,
You deleted everything.
Just add it again. I'll deal with it.
Do I just drag and drop?
Yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah, I never could get the whole. There it goes. I got it. I don't know why that was so hard. So Juliet got 6.
I got 6.
Okay, you got 6. Juliet got 5.
Yeah.
8. How many you get?
My brain is farting. Sorry.
1.
You got 1.
Okay. And Mac, how many did you get?
3.
Okay. All right. So there we go. Okay, so I swear I'm hearing that echo and I don't know how.
I hear it too.
Let me see something real quick. Hello. Yeah, it's looping back. It's looping back on through someone's.
It's not mine. Mine's all. I'm looking at the audio
Real
levels
quick.
now.
Yeah, everyone mute their.
I'm being pushed to talk.
Okay. Hello. How are we gonna be me? Oh no, my monitors totally off. Hello. Hello. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's not mine, mate.
Yeah,
So mine's sweet.
it's super. No, I don't have the stream open. Yeah, I don't have the stream open anywhere. Let me check a setting in Discord real quick. No, I can't. I'm not checking myself. It shouldn't be looping back. Yeah, it shouldn't be inputting anything. It's going directly from my mixer to there. As super duper weird. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to live with it until I have enough time to sort of diagnose it. I just can't yell. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. Anyways. All right. So, Brucey, what would you like to do?
So is the back of the car open? Or the back of this
not
ADC?
yet. Not yet.
Can I use a simple action to just
Yeah.
slap the button down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts lowering.
Then I would like immediately to basically just do an athletics test to jump onto the nearest car if they're in range, if that's possible.
Sure. Yeah. You totally could. Though you're leaping from a speeding car, this will not be super easy. So you're going to need.
No.
You have a difficulty of 5.
Okay. I mean, that may sound super hard to you, but
Well, I don't necessarily know what your stats are. You could be
Yeah,
Superman for all I
so-
know. Yeah. So
I got that
okay. Let me look.
exactly. Oh, I got it with a 6. So
You got 6 total.
yeah, in fact, would I be able to shift stuff for a success? I'm just
Let me-
wondering
let
if
me
I should
look.
burn another wrath to do that.
You got a total
Or just-
of yes. You got 6. No, because
But
you
you
have,
only need 5, so you don't need to burn to spend another wrath.
No, I was just wondering if I could get extra effects or whatever.
no. I
if I-
mean, you can't. You could. You're always welcome to do that, but remember, you only have 2 wrath.
No, I
And
know.
You've already spent 1 on the reroll for initiative, so
You can always shift one of those into glory because we
Well,
don't have it.
I can't actually. I don't have the requirements, which
no,
is also
he
part
doesn't
of why
have
I was
enough. If he had gotten 7, he could have. So
Oh, that's right.
he is successful though. So that is 1 success.
I think I'll stay successful. I've landed on the hood or whatever. I imagine Bruce just like pops the door down as the ramp's coming down, doesn't even wait, uses it as like an actual, launch ramp, and just springboards off it and jumps onto the nearest car, landing on the hood.
All right. That is one Imperial Aquila of success.
Nice.
So.
Oh, and sorry, my little robot bird is freaking out.
It's kind of like it's staying in the your guys' main armored vehicle instead of just
Okay.
hiding among some cables.
Yeah.
All right, Juliet, what would you like to do?
Okay, I would like to aim out the back of the car. Can I aim and shoot, or can I just aim?
You can aim and
totally.
shoot.
You can fire. This is narrative time. You
Yeah.
don't think of it necessarily in combat terms. Think of it more
Okay.
in like you're doing a sequence of actions.
Skill
Okay,
test.
so I would like to go to the back of the car, aim and shoot at one of the
Sure.
windows.
Absolutely. Make a ballistic skills test. I'll make this a difficulty 4, just because you are sort of weaving. You're not in control of the driver, so he's doing evasive maneuvers, so it's a little bit harder to shoot out of a moving vehicle.
Whoa, nice. Crushed it, mate.
She got.
You got a 5.
Yeah, she got. Yep, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you beat it.
Yes.
Yay! So that's another Aquila of success. For audio listeners out there, because we do release this on podcast, I'm putting tiny Aquilas on the Roll20 game board for them, so they know how many successes they have. All right, you guys start passing around. You fire off. You hit one. You wing one of the drivers, and probably also shoot one of the wheels. But these are very big, hardy wheels, so it didn't immediately explode. But it is losing air, so that one's losing a bit of speed and control. So now we move on to Jakta. What's Jakta doing?
So Jack would like to use his once per session ability to try and scrounge up a grenade.
Sure, absolutely. Roll influence. What's the difficulty in that, or is that based on whatever I want it to be?
So it is. Let's see. I can make a single influence test with a bonus of plus rank once per session.
I think it's based on the rarity and value of the
So
item.
and I got that pulled up on my screen. A frag grenade is a value
Common,
of
right?
2 common rarity.
So you need literally just like a 2, I think.
Sure.
So here goes.
Please don't throw it at the car that I'm in.
So 2 successes.
Yep, 2 successes, and that's all you needed, right?
Yeah, it's value of 2 unless you're adding in common, which I don't think adds anything
It
to it. I
doesn't,
don't
no.
have that
Nope.
chart.
So yeah, you get it. You actually find it amongst the inside the APC that you're in. So you're able to scratch around, find it, and you have one now.
And then can I throw it, or
Yes.
is that going to count
No,
as my
yeah.
skill challenge?
Nope.
Okay.
That was sort of an
So-
abstraction, an even
Okay.
greater abstraction in a skills challenge. So now you can throw it.
I'm going to throw it at the car that Bruce is not currently
good.
on top of.
Now here's the kicker. I hate to do this to you. I believe grenades are a ballistic skill test.
Correct.
Juliet went before you, which means she.
Oh,
used
that's
ballistic
right. You're
skill, so you
right. No,
can't
no,
use
you're
ballistic.
right.
But you
Just
totally
pull
have
the
a
pin.
grenade for next round if you want.
Yeah. What else can I do here?
Do you have tech? Can you do any interaction attacks? Like intimidation or
What else is on this truck?
What would you like to be on the truck? You can even spend for narrative control if you want. That's another thing that Wrath points can do.
No, I know what I'm gonna do.
Push the rent-a-cops out the back. Do it.
They're not rent-a-cops, actually. They're cops for life.
I mean, the rent-a-cops, basically.
The cab, the place where the drivers are.
Yep.
Is this like an open? Like, can I literally just walk into it, or is
Yeah.
it like separate from
No,
the
you
part
walk
that
into
we're
it.
in?
Yeah.
What I want to do is he's going to walk into the cab, and I want to basically cause the truck to sideswipe one of these cars.
Okay, sure. That's going to be a pilot check.
This could go poorly.
Now, it's relatively quote-unquote easy, so it's going to be a difficulty 3 on this one because, I mean, there's not much impeding you, but it is kind of difficult because there is a dude in your way.
Sure.
You goon. Why?
Uh,
You got a 1 there.
I mean, I can't. Even if I spend wrath, I won't be able to. I'm not. Yeah. So.
Nope. Yep. So that's one failure. That's one. I found a good image. One terrible, chaotic mess.
I'm a ganger. I'm not a truck driver.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I'm a ganger, not a truck driver. All right.
Cheers.
You get one cat with glasses that are your failures in existence.
I wish I went with Shark Boy.
Right? Everything's fine over on the party truck.
So you have two successes and 1 failure. All right. Aid, go.
All right, I'm gonna open the top porthole for the truck.
Yep.
I'm gonna lean out of it and shoot the heretics.
All right. Yes, you can. You can use ballistic skill because Jackda did not use ballistic skill.
Oh god.
Oh,
At
no.
least
I'm
Do you
gonna
have
use
the last
a
gun?
wrath.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Now, however,
You can't
that-
reroll the
you
can't
can't
reroll the comp.
It does not reroll the wrath die. The complication still stays. However,
That's
Unless
It's fine.
you're using a las gun, right?
I am using a hotshot last gun.
is it reliable?
I think it is. Yeah, I believe so.
Well, reliable
double
doesn't reroll wrath, does it? I think it just makes it more.
It
easy to
ignores
repair.
the comp.
Oh no, my little thing isn't working.
Oh, is that what reliable does?
Yeah,
No, it's rapid fire and steadfast. It is not
yeah,
reliable.
that is what he means. Steadfast is reliable.
Oh,
He
okay.
once per combat, which I would consider this once per skill challenge, he may ignore a complication on the wrath die.
Nice.
That's what it does. So I'm assuming you want to use that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you can still re-roll because that definitely does not hit at least a 4. So, yeah,
I
you got
roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
you roll. Yes, that
6.
is correct. No, 4, 5s, and
Yes.
6s are get you icons.
Yep. So I'm
Oh,
gonna reroll 5 dice.
Yes.
5, sorry.
So-
Wow.
but you keep all the previous. So you had 2, 3. Now you don't have any glory in the pool, unfortunately, so you can't roll any more dice. So currently you are failing this.
Which means you're Dunsky.
Did I reroll again?
No,
No.
you can only roll once. You've
Oh,
already
only reroll once?
Yep.
Alright.
and there's no glory.
Guys, come on.
And there's no glory on the table, so you can't roll more dice to potentially get it, unless you have some other ability or if your campaign card lets you do something funky.
Sadly, nope.
Okay, so that's another kitty cat of failure.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Kitty cat with glasses of failure. You
Okay, no one's allowed to fail anything
Yep.
else.
You
Just
literally
do
cannot.
easy stuff.
So we're back up. Jekta. No, Bruce. Bruce. It is
Yes.
Bruce's turn. So you pop out the top. Hold on, Aid. You pop out the top. You start firing, and they're just weaving all over the place. You start getting into buildings and hitting windows, and you're missing, and it's just an unsteady part of the road, and you're not able to get a good shot. Bruce, you are now hanging for dear life off of one of these sort of like armored, sort of roadster, Mad Max type vehicles.
Yes. Is there there's like a hatch on the top? Is there?
Yeah. Well, this kind of they're like buggies. They're like open.
Oh, they're
air.
open.
Yeah, they're open air.
So I can see all the dudes inside
Yes,
or
yes,
whatever.
yes.
Okay. In that case, I think I'm going to do an intimidation test, and I'm just going to lean over in front and like bare my horrible shark teeth and be like, "Get out of my car, mates!" And I'm
Sure.
gonna
Roll that.
roll that.
I'll give you. Yeah, I'll give you. This will be difficulty 3.
Oh, please. I literally just get it with the complication. I do get it, but
Okay.
only just.
Yeah, you grin your bare shark teeth and you smile, and the driver freaks out and immediately turns the wheel, which take a point of shock as your head hits like one of the roll cage, but
Yeah.
he starts swerving and moving all over the place.
Okay, cool.
So you get one Aquila of success.
One shock down, easy.
Okay. All right. Now we're on back up to Juliet. So you already shot last time, so you cannot use ballistic skill this time. And you can't use intimidation because that's what Bruce just did.
All right.
Use. What else do you have?
I have awareness.
Scholar?
And
Yeah, if you can justify it to me, you can use it. That's basically how that goes. If it makes sense.
I have scholar.
Do some scholar stuff.
Or awareness would work too.
I would
book.
like to read a book about what's going on.
Yeah. This is just like in my.
I want to look at them and figure out who they are.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you some insight into what they're doing and who they are and all that. So definitely make an awareness check. We'll make it 4 because things are kind of like shooting. They're kind of all over the place and they're not super close to you. So go ahead and roll awareness for me. Who you got? 1. Yeah, you got 1. Now, remember you can spin Wrath to reroll.
Yeah, probably do
Yeah.
that.
I would like to do that.
So that's what, 5 dice to reroll.
Yes, believe so, including the Wrath die. Don't forget, since it wasn't a complication or a 6.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, and then she got 3. She's still failing.
No.
1, 2. That's 1.
Oh, you did reroll. Oh wow.
She did reroll, but she only got 2. She only got 2 more.
Oh no. So this is Dunsky. We're done, guys.
No, we're not.
Just don't know.
Yeah, it's
Don't
3
know.
failures. That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's all it takes. It's 3 failures.
Oh
3 failures
guys,
and-
come on.
No, it's fine. So
No glory.
The skill challenge has failed. They have received their last kitty cat of failure. So what happens is Julie is outside looking, and unfortunately, these guys are really well coordinated, even with Bruce on there, and they sort of careen into the side of the ATV that everyone else is in, and it hits like a sharp. It hits like this down pipe in front of them, and it goes off on sort of its side over a sort of a bridge, and then goes careening down into this burrow of this sort of like neighborhood of blocks. Everyone
Okay.
is going to roll toughness for me at difficulty
Except
3.
me, right?
No, including you.
Why? I'm.
Because one of these guys actually continued. The one you were scaring,
Oh.
he didn't see what was going on, and he goes
I see.
flying too. And so you're all sort of currently in mid motion in your respective vehicles, or in Bruce's case, mid air, as you see several many yards down below you. You're about to hit hard asphalt.
Okay. Well, I got a 4 with a comp.
So if
I have a
Oh, wait, no, I
3 with a complication.
you have 3,
I got a 4 without a comp.
okay. Who did not make the 3?
I think everyone's.
Uh-oh.
Ed.
Our fearless guardsman.
Ed did not.
Okay, Aid is going to take I'm gonna roll this.
Oh no.
He'll be fine. He'll walk it off.
It's fine. I have a mess kit.
All right, do you take 2 mortal wounds as part of like your ribs? Some of your ribs break and you get a terrible concussion. Everyone else takes only going to take 2 shock. You're going to take 2 more
Okay.
shock from the fall. The complications. I got 2 people with complications. Is that right?
No, I don't have one.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Yeah,
Me and Juliet.
Juliet's gonna. All right, you both are kind of dazed and confused, and so when we go into this scenario, you currently what's a good status? I think there's a confused status.
There's,
I think there's a
stunned,
stunned, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there is a stunned.
Oh, never mind. I lied. Apparently, there isn't a stunned.
It's basically stunned. So there's hindered, which is
There's
like
a couple,
a suffer.
there's a couple.
Suffer
Yeah, there's
hindered is basically you get a penalty for all your tests for like a round.
Give me 1 second because there's actually complications.
Or you could be prone. You could be lying on the ground,
Uh,
or vulnerable, or staggered.
or-
They'd all be
Where all the
makes sense.
another strength? Ah, there it is. Hindered, prone, poison, exhausted, feared, frenzy, blind, burning, staggered.
Bleeded, blinded, burning, exhausted, fear, frenzied, hindered,
Yeah.
penned.
You all are going to be hindered.
Hindered probably
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, you're probably going to be. You're all going to be hindered. And for the next 2 rounds of this situation, so the first round and then the second round, and on your third round, you'll be fine. You're just going to take a +1 to all your actions. That doesn't affect like toughness rolls and anything reflexive. This is all active things. As your head is kind of spinning from all of the action. The Arbites are at least one of them is out for the count. Hellreich is conscious but sort of stunned too. And you guys sort of gather up out of the wreckage of the ATV, and you quickly realize you are in a very dangerous situation. As you come crawling out from some of the fires of the vehicles, there are some trash fires and other things, right? You see a literal, out of the shadows, a mob of people. A literal mob. They have pipes, like primitive, like boards of wood and metal. They've got maybe a couple of them got like a primitive stubber, but there's just a bunch of them. Essentially, what we're going to go into combat. We're actually going to do an official combat of Wrath and Glory here, and you're going to be fighting a mob.
Okay.
So let me get the mob
my
stats
gosh.
out.
Interesting.
Yep. Essentially, there are going to be 2 mobs of 15. So there's about 30 odd people coming down on you right now. And in Wrath and Glory, how this goes is, for the sake of narrative, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to go first. One of my dudes gets to go, and essentially one of my mobs gets to go. And then you all will choose amongst the players who wants to go, and then I will go, and then they will go, and I will go, and they will go. Glory can be used if you get glory to seize the initiative, which is If you go, one of your players goes, and before I go, you want to let another player go, you can do that, but you have to have glory to do that. And likewise, I can spend rune, which right now I currently have 4 rune, that I can seize the initiative from you guys if I dictate. Everybody understand?
Yep.
Cool. So, I'm going to go. So, one of my mobs is going to come over, and it's going to essentially start throwing beer bottles and shooting bullets. They're going to shoot at Bruce because Bruce is the most out and in the open, obvious target.
Am I like, where's this car that I was on? Am I like, am I embedded in that?
No,
Or
you
what's-
were sort of you flew. You're off to the side of it because you sort of flew
Yeah,
off of it while you were in midair, and you sort of skidded across.
Okay. Alrighty, shoot at me, punks.
Let,
Make my day.
let me roll some stats. Do. Okay. Yep. Let's give them some dice.
Don't forget to use the cheat sheet, Bruce.
I'm all good, mate.
Okay, so they got a grand total of 6 successes to hit you. I'm assuming that hits you.
Yeah, they hit me.
Okay.
Unless I have cover. Or
Nope. Currently, you do not.
Okay.
So they're gonna move. What's your defense right now?
3, so they can shift 1. They
Yeah.
can shift that 6.
Yeah, they can shift because they only got 1 6.
Correct.
So they're gonna roll 2d 2 ed, and they got 1 more. So what is your resilience total?
My resilience is 9.
Okay, you will take 1. Hold on, do they just not hurt you?
Probably not, mate.
Yeah. Damage. Yep. Nope. 1 ed. Yep. They do not hurt
Mesh
you.
arm was a hell of a thing.
Yep. Yeah, you start getting pelted in beer bottles and gunfire sort of bounce all around you, and one of them smashes you against your forehead. But you kind of shrug it off and get ready for this. So now it is the PC's turn. You guys get to decide who you'd like to go.
Ugh. Who's got big shooting guns that can just? I'm thinking, yeah. I think just lay into the crowd, whatever.
I think that's pretty much our sister or our guardsman.
It is a mob, so if you've got like a gun with big salvo, that's probably good. So
Yeah.
you can like.
There are some things
Multi
you can do with
stuff.
salvo. Salvo lets you. Well, also, you do all have 3 reloads. So if you want to use your reloads for a specific thing, let me know. AKA, you can use it to power a salvo, which gives you extra dice to hit. Certain effects can be used to a reload to use, or to overcome a complication. Let's say I say one of your complications says you're out of ammo. You can use one of your reloads to get your ammo back. That kind of thing.
Or you could actually suppress them, which might be worth
Suppressing
doing, so that
is also a thing you can do.
they can't approach us or whatever. I don't know.
They
I
basically
think shooting.
suppressing fire is essentially a ballistic skill interaction attack. You basically
Yeah.
can hinder them by doing that, or make them vulnerable.
All right.
All right, who
Well,
would like to
so-
go?
So what? Ed's wounded, and everyone else has a penalty.
Yep.
There are
pretty
consequences
much.
for failing a skill challenge.
How far? Well, let me ask this before we decide. How far are they from everyone? Like, obviously, Bruce is I'm assuming is the closest and most out in the open.
I would say
How far are they from like the
he's
rest
no
of us?
more than 10, 15 meters away from them. So you guys are probably like 30 meters out. Let's say double as much.
Okay. Is there any cover between us and them?
One second. All right. There's a little bit of cover, aka the vehicle that Bruce was on. The guys that were in that vehicle are dead.
Dead.
They're dead
Yes.
or unconscious. That took them out. That roll cage did not help them. It rolled their skulls into oblivion.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the only real cover you guys got.
Okay, so that would mean Bruce is, if they're about 30 from us, that means Bruce is about 15 from us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You
I
could
mean,
sprint
I'll-
over to me.
I'll go if nobody else is going to.
I don't mind. I reckon I reckon suppress or just fucking spook them away or something.
Jacta is going to take a move action as well, or I'm sorry, a move to move 8, and then a run action to move another 8.
Okay. So
Basically, I want to get behind the car,
Okay,
take cover
sure.
behind the car.
you can totally you basically there actually is an action that lets you do that, which is I think it's
Sprinting.
yes.
There is sprint, but that gives you a -2 to defense,
yeah.
which I do.
There's actually one that lets you go from cover to cover.
But it's half
Oh,
move, and
yeah.
I can't. You said it's 15, so I can't do that.
Well, you're going to take the penalty to get there. You're going to take the penalty, even though you're going to get some bonus because you will make it behind cover. But you're
It'll
still going to take
negate
the
it.
penalty.
It'll negate itself.
Yeah.
It'll get like +2, -2.
Yeah, you'll get a
so it'll
+2
be-
and -2. So
Well, no, I'm not sprinting. I'm running.
okay, sure. No.
So
gotcha.
run is I give up my action, and move is just my move.
Okay, sure. Done.
That's all I'm doing.
Cool.
Okay.
I might use it. Do we have any glory? I might use a glory
nope.
if we've got any.
You have no glory
Shit.
currently.
You
So
do a skills test. You got to do a test or something. You got to get a chance to get some glory before you finish your turn.
I can make us have a glory with my card.
Oh,
it's up to you.
maybe we should have 2 goes in a row just so that we don't get stomped by poor people.
Not
know.
the homeless.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play the card or not.
Else I can do.
Can I play it now?
Yeah, well, it depends on what the criteria says it needs. A lot of the cards say you have to do something or you have to say
Yep.
something.
It's Faith is my shield. Make a brief but inspirational statement. All protagonists gain 2 + 2d to corruption tests for the rest of the scene. Add 1 to glory.
Yeah, so basically what
Oh,
it is you get a everyone yeah. Yeah, I'm getting that weird echo. I don't know where it's coming from. Hello. Oh, now it's gone. Yeah. So yeah, put that card on the mat so I can read it, so I can help you. Because we're all new to this, right? Okay.
When you say new
We're all
to,
friends here.
new to
Faith is my shield.
you mean new
I think
to,
you
No,
can-
that's actually really good. You basically give an inspiring speech. Everyone's going to get a bonus to any corruption test if you make any, and I'm going to add a glory to the pot for you guys. That's all good.
Cool.
You want to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so-
someone should see this.
All right.
Anyone.
All right, so go
Yeah,
ahead and aid. Figure out what does aid say.
Aid gets up, clutching at his ribs because they were just broken. And he yells out, "Purify them in flame!" and takes out his flamethrower.
You okay?
Sure.
You in range?
Yeah. So everyone, you now have 1 glory in the pot.
Cool. So you seizing, mate?
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Cool.
yeah, you get to go.
Oh, I thought it was the enemy turn.
No.
Oh.
That's no. You,
We're spending the glory so
you're
that one of
spending
us
glory
can go.
so he can go.
Got it.
You didn't use up your action or anything. That's a narrative declaration essentially when you use the cards. Plus,
Oh, wicked.
also, if a corruption test comes up, I'll let you guys know. But just remember, you got a +2
Yeah.
period bonus for the rest of this game against corruption.
All right. I'm gonna run forward as far as I can, and then
Why
try to
not?
suppress them from advancing with my
Okay.
flamer.
Suppress them. What does the rules of suppression say?
Mate, just I don't reckon suppress them. I think just burn them, man. Like fire is a nasty status effect.
Cleanse them with fire.
Yeah,
Alright, you know
I
what?
mean,
Never mind. I'll cleanse them with fire instead.
Cleanse them
Plans.
with fire. What
I
page?
will Fire at them with fire,
Okay.
literally.
Okay, so roll to hit. You still have to roll to hit, but I gotta
Yep.
look at a flamer.
Oh, that's
Oh,
brutal.
that's brutal.
Oh yeah, you just got some serious. You just toasted a whole bunch of them, probably. 1, 2. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes on like
Okay.
7 dice.
What's their defense?
Like 2.
Okay, so and I believe that the flamer has spread, so it's going to be
Yep.
really, really good.
I'm looking at mob rules real quick. I remember
Yeah,
there
yeah.
are certain things that mobs are more vulnerable to. Do. Yay,
Yeah, there's
learning.
blaze, spread, blast, medium.
Oh yeah, it's blast medium actually. So it's going to get. I think it gets 3 people anyway, and then
Yep.
extra damage spreads over the rest of the people.
So I got 3 6s. How many?
And also,
can
the mob
carry
is on
over?
fire.
The mob is on fire.
So you
Angry
could-
flaming hobos.
You could shift all of them to damage, or you could shift one to glory and then
Yep.
others to damage.
I'll shift one
think-
to glory, just so we have one in
Yeah.
the pool.
Okay, sure. You now have 1 glory in the pot. Let me look at damage, and mob. Yeah.
We've been slacking on attaining glory.
Yeah. Well, you just
Yeah,
started.
well-
You just and also none of you
I
guys.
tried.
None of you guys rolled well enough.
I
versus your
know, that's what
difficulty.
I mean.
Yeah.
I got us.
Yeah, you got us.
Hmm. Sorry, I'm reading up a rule. Trying to look up rules for mobs. I know they all take damage. Yeah, but what? Oh. Did they get special damage for like area effects?
No.
Okay.
So it just affects more people in the mob. So it's going to hit 3 people automatically because it's like a medium-sized
Yeah,
blast.
but
or
the weird
whatever.
thing about mobs is they have a number of wounds equal to the number of individuals.
Yes, exactly. So the mob's basically, it depends how you treat it. You can treat it so that the mob actually gets on fire, like
Yeah.
has the burning status effect, and then it'll take D3 mortal wounds on their turn, which
Okay.
means 3 more people in the mob will die. Plus, the 3 people that he hits, and if
So
you declare
essentially,
like
it's
a
extra
multi
damage.
shot,
So essentially,
yeah, and spread also goes. When damage from a spread weapon kills a troop in a mob, any excess damage is carried over and dealt to the nearest troop in the same mob.
Mhm.
So you basically so
You
what's the
don't have
damage in
you
a
don't
flamer?
have to
It's like
normally
10.
deal damage to mobs the way they work if you
Yeah.
have a spread weapon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's 10 people dead basically
Okay.
because I'm guessing they have 1 wound each.
And he
Well,
just,
you still have to subtract from resilience.
Yep.
So
the resilience.
Oh yes, right.
I think the
Yeah, of
resilience
course.
is like 5, based on the stats I'm using. So what's
So
your total
3
damage do you get for that? Because you got to roll a whole bunch of ED.
Oh
So
yeah,
I got
right.
10. It does 10 damage, and then
Yeah.
I think I put 2 6s into it, so that's 2 extra AD.
That's yes. It's additionally you roll the extra ED and then you roll 1 for each 6 that you moved over.
All right, so that's 4 dice I'm rolling. Yes,
Yep,
Yes.
that's right.
perfect.
That's a lot of
And that's
damage.
gonna be 1 extra damage.
Yep. That sucks.
Okay.
But you could spend a glory if you want for that special ability you have.
We don't have any glory.
You have 1 because he moved 1.
Oh right, yeah.
Because he got 3 6s. Now that'll only give you +1 damage because that's how that works. But
Yeah.
actually, to give you a total of +2 damage. 1 from the glory and
no,
1
I won't
from
do it.
your special ability.
I'll keep the glory for
Okay,
the rest
sure.
of the team.
So that's a total of 11 damage.
Yep.
So yeah, you start just laying into them with like divine retribution, and people are screaming and just faces are melting. It's pretty horrifying in any sort of rational, sensible sense of the word. But this is 40K. Nothing's rational nor sensible. So people are dying in droves. You do inflict 5 wounds on them, plus a few more catch on fire, which I'm basically going to treat the blast as basically extra wounds as you hit multiple people
Yeah.
all at once. So yeah, that gets a chunk of that one mob, not the second mob. Remember, they're all right. Ejecta, you are next. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm next.
It's you.
I apologize. That's the
Yeah.
guild challenge. I got confused. So yes, one of the mob. You guys didn't spend to. You still have 2 glory. No one spent to seize.
Well, he just seized.
Oh, he did.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
No,
No,
he
because
did.
he spent his card and then acted. So no, we have 2 glory.
Yep.
I don't think the card lets you act. I think the point of the card was to get a glory so he could seize.
Well, it was
so-
his turn. That was the thing.
Yeah. I went.
But then we did,
The mob went, and then it was you guys'
Yeah.
turn.
and then it was us again, right? Didn't we?
Yeah. Who went though?
It was Jactor. It was Jactor.
Yeah,
He
Jack
ran up to the
ran.
car.
He spent the card.
And then-
Aid went. Okay, yes, it is my turn now.
So
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 the
he
second
seized
mob
a glory,
comes
yeah.
swooping in, and this one's actually sort of comes around and starts throwing stuff at Jack Aid because he started just nuking people, and he's closer to the vehicle, like the actual armored car. So they're going to roll.
that's a comp, except
Yep.
they can't have that.
Yeah,
They're
they
a
can't
mob.
have 'em. But there's a full 3 hit you. What is your defense, Aid?
You're muted.
My defense is 2.
Oh no!
That doesn't.
Did he get into cover with his run?
Well, so your
no.
your defense is equal to your initiative -1. So unless you have high initiative, you're probably not going to have a high defense.
No, never mind. Then that's completely.
Legit. Yeah, most people have very fairly low defenses. It's actually relatively easy to hit people unless you have.
Oh, it's my
cover.
resilience. That's 9.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Resilience is really how you live. So yes, you get hit, but they're all going to do 1 additional die of damage. Yep. So
Ugh.
2. So what's your resilience?
9.
Okay. You will take a D3 of shock.
Bink.
You'll take 2 more shock.
Cool.
What's your shock at right now?
4.
How many total can you handle?
That is 6.
You're still okay. Don't forget on your when you act. Don't forget if you have not considered it, you may have wound penalties because I know you actually took wounds.
Yep.
Okay, so that was their go. Now it's you guys' go. The only person who can act is Juliet, I
Me?
believe. No, Bruce and Juliet.
I think you go, Jules. Take 'em, Jules.
Okay, so I would like to. I was supposed to have flamer, but I didn't. I've got a bolt pistol and a chainsaw. I would like to run up to where Aid is
Mm-hmm.
and attack the mob with my chainsaw.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna say you're gonna charge to get there. You're gonna charge this
Charge.
mob
Charge them.
because basically he started flaming this mob, and then it started pushing towards him to get into melee.
Okay.
Alrighty. So
So I will do is it weapon skill?
yeah, you
Ballistic.
do. Yeah, if you're gonna
Oh,
charge,
wait, no, sorry,
if you're
yeah.
gonna use the
Charge, yeah.
chainsword, that's a weapon
Yeah,
skill test.
chainsaw. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Oh, I think I may know what's going on.
I imagine
hold
you
on,
hit
hold
there.
Oh no. Test. God, it's still echoing. Don't know why. I thought
Okay,
maybe
so-
my webcam was picking me up.
It may be me.
Yeah, that's got to be someone. I don't know how, but you're muting yourself, but you're still being picked up. But anyways, you rolled.
I rolled.
Okay, you got a. Ooh,
I think
you,
she-
get, you got 4, which is good. But you got a complication.
I got
So
a couple
you
ones.
you pull out your chainsword and you whack this. But the problem, what I'm going to say is, you're going to have to take at least your action next turn to dislodge the chainsword out of probably some dude's skull because it's stuck. It's stuck in there right now. So I'm going to
Okay.
go. So now, go. You did hit. And you needed 2, so you could move the 6 over to extra damage if you want. Or you can move it to glory.
Yeah.
Or you can move it to glory. You can choose.
That's a hard decision.
Welcome to the grim, dark 41st millennium. Hard decisions is what you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I think I want to move it over to glory.
Okay,
Just in
so you
case
currently have
we-
2 glory, everyone. 2 shiny glory. That lasts for the
So-
whole session. Okay, so roll your 1 ED for the damage on the mob.
So
It's just a D6.
Yep, just 1d6.
just 1d6.
No wrath die, no nothing. Oh, just as everyone's edification, if I ever call for a roll, and this may get a little confusing, but generally rolls do not roll wrath die, and tests roll wrath die. Like a damage
There's
roll
my-
doesn't use a wrath die.
What's the command to roll a rift die?
I'm gonna-
Just roll a D6 on the
Yep.
quick roller, or you can go into the your weapon and do it that way, or whatever.
All right, test. God, yeah, it's still echoing.
I can't find the quick roller.
Just
I
roll.
know that I
Just
have
well, it's the little icons on the side, the upper left of roll 20, and it has a little D20 on it.
Ah, yeah.
And then you just do click on the D6.
Yep.
Ah, yeah. Sweet. I rolled a 1.
Oh, it's alright.
Yeah, so you just do normal damage. So what's the damage of your chainsword?
Is 5
It's probably that plus your
plus
strength.
1 plus 1 ED.
Oh, my look,
So
wait.
5 plus my strength.
Yeah, your strength is 5 because of your power armor.
So
that's
would
what-
it be 10?
10. Right.
Yep. So total of 10. And it's brutal. I keep forgetting what the brutal one does
It just adds 1 to the result on the
on the die.
damage die,
Yeah. So
but that doesn't make a difference.
1s become 2s,
Yes.
2s become 3s,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah,
and so
yeah.
forth.
That's
So
it.
just be mindful of that. That's important because you could have done more damage. But regardless, you do 10. So you hack 4 more people, and it's like sort of the last sort of backstroke. You hit some guy in the back of side of his skull, and it grinds into, and actually the blades stop in his dense skull. It looks like he probably had some sort of implant in his head that ground into the metal and stopped the blade, and sort of it's just stuck there. The thing vibrating in your hand. All right. Now that's my turn. That's all my goes because I only have 2 mobs. So, Bruce.
Yes. Okay. Am I? I'm thinking. So it's just these 2 mobs. There's all those dudes in the car are like
Yeah, they're dead.
mulched.
They're
Okay,
mulched,
cool.
and the Arbites, the suppressors and the Judicator are kind of out of commission. I will say.
Being useless.
As right
Alrighty.
now.
I think. Oh, it's a hard decision. I think I'm gonna run up, or no, I'm gonna walk up into into range of these into the closest mob, the one that's not on fire.
Yep.
And I think I'm gonna be like, shit. It's either intimidation or athletics. I think I'm going to do an athletics
Interaction.
interaction attack. Yeah,
Sure.
And I think I'm basically just going to be like, capoeira, kicking people in the shins and stuff.
Okay, sure. We'll do that. I believe it's against my resolve.
Or your athletics, whatever's higher.
My athletics is probably higher. Do I roll or is it a static thing?
It's a static thing, except it's not letting me roll my thing. That's all right. I need to roll 9 dice, so I'll just do it to the dice roller. Which is... It's not letting me roll anything.
You're rolling a lot of stuff.
Oh, sorry. Right. It's looking at the top of the chat. Okay, so just take the first thing. So
The
I get
athletics.
I get a 3 with a complication.
The very first.
Oh, sorry, the first one is.
Why did
I get
you
a
roll like
fucking...
that 20 times?
I thought it was. I was confused. It wasn't doing anything.
Okay, so yeah, the first
Just
one.
the first one
Yeah,
is a.
got a whole bunch. Like 8.
Yeah. It's a 8.
Okay, would you like to make them vulnerable or hinder them?
I think I'd like to make them hindered, and I would also like to do the player's call because I got 3 6s.
Yes. Hold on. Let me look at the resolve real quick. Yes, I'll let you do that. Player's call.
So I think what I want to do as a part of the player's call is just get these people to like fuck off and run away.
Okay, sure.
To just bail.
Yeah,
Because
basically,
I'm, like,
you just
punching the shit out of them.
You basically by just sort of kicking them and harassing them and looking very menacing and being a shark man, being a true shark of the streets. You sort of break this mob up. This is the one that was kind of half beaten up anyways because it had been flamed and sort of axed to death. The rest of them just cut bait and run. Like they're gone. So you've removed that one completely from the... So there's one mob left from coming up on your flank. So we're now back at the beginning of the round. Now that you in normal, now it is my turn.
I think we should seize.
No, it's your turn. I meant to say it's your turn.
All
A
right.
normal round, the PCs always go first.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Unless
cool.
I do
Okay.
something weird, PCs always go first.
I think flame or something.
I think you should
Flame
go first.
or muscles. Burn him, Ed. Burn him out.
I think blame.
Yeah.
Everybody's voting for flame then?
Yeah. Sure.
All right,
Go for it.
let's burn them.
Okay. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ooh. Felt pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah. You can shift that, mate.
I'm going to shift it.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, 1, 2, yep, 1,
Yeah,
2,
yeah,
you can
3,
hear me loud and
4,
clear.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah,
8
yeah.
again. Holy Christ!
Can
Burn
everyone
them.
hear me? Is it good?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
Perfect. So I'm going to shift that into damage.
Sure. Would you like to spin one of
that's-
them into glory?
He can only shift one
Okay.
into damage or glory.
Yep, so I'm going to do 3d6.
Oh God. Oh good. That's not full of water. Sorry, I almost spilled my cup.
Bernie burns. Okay, nice.
And
So
that's 1
12
extra
damage.
Yep.
Well,
oh yeah.
The 6s count. So
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, 6s still count as
Sixes.
they're like icon. They're icons of the icons, so 6 count as 2s. So you
Oh,
definitely
wicked.
got
Cool.
plus
12 damage.
So 12 off of their 6, which means you did 6 to this other mob. So yeah, you're doing even more with your blast. Essentially, you're able to do more damage outwards. Yeah, so they are all kinds of effed up right now. This is the mob that was originally in touch. You kind of just turned and set your flame. What's the distance on your flamer?
The distance on my flamer is 16.
60. Okay, yeah, you were able to get them. Yeah. Yeah, they're on fire, and they're going to try one last desperate thing at you. They're going to start trying to shoot you.
So, but before that happens, they have to take all the mortal wounds for being on fire.
Yep.
And then they have to pass.
Well, the one that was
willpower.
originally on... Oh, yeah, that's right, because they had to go. So let me roll
Yeah.
D3, I think it is.
Yeah, so that'll be however many will be 3 dudes dead.
2 dudes dead.
1 dead. Oh no, you did a D3, so 2
Yep.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then
yeah.
they have to pass a willpower test to act, because that's what fire is.
Well, aren't you Mr. Smarty Pants who knows all the rules?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the fire rules, so they have to pass a willpower test.
Yeah, so they have to pass a willpower test of difficulty 3.
Okay.
Otherwise, they spend their turn screaming out in pain.
That's
And
fair.
then, if they do that, then they can act normally. But to put themselves out, they have to do like a
Nope.
D&3
They skedaddle. They are all kinds of. They are all kinds of out. So that ends this combat as you handedly disperse this mob of rioters, looters, whoever these people are. People, the acrid smell of burning bodies is everywhere, but you are relatively safe for now. You have no idea where you are, and hopefully your guides are still alive enough to guide you where you need to go. Yep. So we're gonna. Okay. Yep. So what do you guys want to do?
I would like to walk over to that car and see if that's fine, like the one that crashed that I was on.
Yeah.
Is that like functional?
Maybe. Make a intelligence plus pilot check, or tech use, one of the two.
Okay. Well, I think instead of me doing that, I think I'm gonna ask Hansa over here. I think I'm gonna go. Oh, Yakta, can you have a look at this cruiser?
I'm assuming this is the car that he's took cover behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? He'll take a look at. I'm assuming is the undercarriage since it's on its side.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys can make a tech or pilot. It's intelligence plus
Can
tech
I-
or pilot use.
Can I assist with Scholar?
Nope.
Can I be like,
Nope.
well, you should be looking for this. If
Nope.
it's got all this right, it should be functional.
Nope.
Uh,
How many
Can
no's
I-
can I say?
That's
can I assist
3
with-
3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, you obviously have to write it up. And if you get the dead bodies out, and then you sort of jerry rig some of the faulty wiring that's sort of come undone. This was definitely what you find out is this was definitely ad hoc. They slapped a whole bunch of new stuff onto it to get a little more aggressive. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to kind of bypass some of that stuff. Yeah, it'll take you a little while to do if you want to use it.
ooh, I reckon we do it, mate.
What
Own
about the-
ride. We don't have to.
All right.
Then we don't have to rely on
What-
those goons.
So while they're doing that takes you a few moments. What is Juliet doing?
I think we should wake those guys up and ask them what the fuck.
Who?
Yeah, right.
Who?
The bite.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, buddies.
Do you know
Oh.
the abiders?
Okay, yeah, they're inside. They're slowly crawling out. Well, yeah, Hellreich is pulling the unconscious suppressor out, which is basically the Arbites of Clemency, and then the other one is slowly crawling out, and he's pulling that one guy out. So all 3 of them are coming out, and one of the drivers is coming out of the side cabin of basically the new top of the car is actually the side, and he's coming out on top to sort of fall out from and he's like and he looks to you and goes, I don't know if he is alive or dead. Have you been trained in the biologus logica of people? I don't know if I can give him any grace or not.
Oh, now he wants our help.
I guess I could check on him and see if he's still alive.
Okay,
or
yeah. Make
dead
a
or-
intelligence plus Medicaid test.
Can I assist?
Do you have Medicaid trained?
I do.
Yes, you may. So you get 1 extra die from him.
Oh, he has to roll. He has to roll to
Oh, he has to roll.
assist. Yeah, so he just has to roll and beat like a DN3.
Yep.
And then everything he successes above that gets added to her bonus die.
So, hold on.
So that's 2 extra die for her.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll 2 extra dice, Shannon.
I got 3 technically,
Oh yeah.
or 4.
We got 4, so 1 extra dice.
Yeah, he only
Yeah,
got
sorry, you're
1,
right.
2. Yeah, he got 4, so he gets 1. So Shanna, roll 1 extra die. Just roll a d6.
Yeah.
No, okay, doesn't help. Okay, so how many did you get total, Shanna? Looks like 3.
You got 4.
3
No, 4. You're right.
plus my rest.
Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah, you got 4 total. Yeah, he is alive. He's just unconscious. He's just really wounded, and he needs some attention, but likely to recover. And that
Take
takes
these
a-
guys to the cleaners. Tell them. I don't know.
Yeah,
Screw
Hellrack
these
is like
guys.
bleeding from part of his head. The other suppressor looks like he's probably got a banged up arm. Same with Aid. Aid looks like he's got a couple broken ribs because he's leaning to one side, and his arm, some of his fingers, he's had to pop them back into place, and they're barely functional at this point.
He pretends he's doing fine though.
Yeah.
He's trying not to show anything.
Yep. Well, it's really hard because you have a mask
Yeah.
on. So yeah, after that few minutes, you said guys are gonna have collected yourselves a little bit. Thank you. This is Hellrack to Julia. It's like, thank you. They're good men. They do their job well.
I laugh loudly in the background by the car.
He pulls out a bolt pistol, an actual human-sized bolt pistol, and aims it
Okay,
at you. It's like,
yeah.
I don't think now is the time for humor.
And I'm like, oh mate, I'm being entirely serious. I got a few complaints about the efficacy of your little rent-a-cops here.
Well, you can, when we get to the precinct, you can file the appropriate paperwork to file your complaints. Until then,
Sounds
shut
good,
up.
mate. All good to me. Sure, it's just
So now you understand what we've been dealing with. And as much I loathe to admit it, the mutant is correct. Things have gotten unstable around here, and this is why you're here. I don't know why they've gotten so violent. Now, generally, it's taken weeks, if not months, of parades to get to this level of violence, and the parades have not even started yet. And I don't know. There have been just numerous complaints of all manner of violence throughout the hive, and I don't know what the cause of it is. It's at this time, Bruce and Jacta, you two can make me intelligence plus awareness rolls, please.
okay. Can I also just use my Wrath card? I'll put it on the thing, and you
Sure.
can read it and see if it's appropriate
Sure.
to use now. There you go.
Yeah, that's a lovely. You got 2 with a complication.
I'm working here.
I'm working here.
So this is your Bruce. This is your Wrath card.
Yeah, that's right.
Astronomica's light. Let me read it real quick. Play to recall, or the GM may reveal a memory, a fact, or an item of information pertinent to the current and add 1 glory. So currently, okay. So he adds another glory to the pool. You have 3 now.
And I was just basically trying to get some extra info on
Sure.
about, or if I remember anything about this cult or whatever. Or these fucking
Currently,
parades.
you don't know if it's a cult or whatnot. So you, Bruce, you got a total of. Ooh, you did pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Sorry, I got a 6.
Okay. So
Or a 5, rather.
so Jacta, Bruce helps you lift the car up. But then, unfortunately, he didn't realize where the placement of it, like one of the axles, one of the connectors where the wheels are, bends and snaps slightly, and it sort of slams down on your foot, and you can feel the top of your foot sort of crush underneath it. Go ahead and take me 1 shock and 1 mortal wound. As literally Bruce accidentally slap your foot, car under your
on.
foot.
To be fair, I feel like
I
the
would
publication
Felt
is
a
its
wrench at his head.
I'd like to bow my head and pray for him.
Can I? He's throwing a wrench at me. Can I do a full defense to evade this wrench?
No, yeah,
that's
the
coming at me?
wrench just dings off like the car as you
Okay.
lift the car up to free his foot, and it's not. Thankfully, because of your cybernetics, it's not broken. But it is damaged and uncomfortable.
Watch what you're doing, you damn scav.
Oh, sorry, mate.
But as you're
Here, let me get that off.
yeah,
Obviously
as
help
you
get
as
the.
you lift it off of him though, he you shake something loose and one of the bodies falls out of the cab of the car, and you look down and it looks like a normal person, but you notice out of the bottom of one of his pockets falls this vial, a syringe actually, with some sort of liquid in it. And you actually, once you see it, it becomes very obvious there's a couple more inside the cab of this vehicle.
Okay. Does anyone want to have a look at these scumbags? I'm gonna like sort of call over to the other guys, and as I'm doing that, I'm probably just gonna be lifting them out and just whipping them onto the street.
Yeah. You pull them out, and is everyone going over? What you guys doing?
Yeah, I would like to take a look.
Okay.
Yeah, walk over.
Cool. You guys come over. Yeah, he pulls 3 guys out. Kind of, most of them are kind of mangled because of the impact. But a few of them have mostly discernible features. They look like normal-ish hivers. They've got various tattooing. They do look like they were armed decently. They look better than the looters and the riders you just dealt with. They were more well armed and armored. They just met a very unfortunate event. And again, I'm showing you what Bruce probably points out is these syringes. They're not very big. They're not like a giant like Acme syringe or anything. They're small injectors. Basically, it looks like you would definitely be familiar. These are like more like combat drug injectors, things you would want to quickly administer drugs to a unit or to I want to say officer, but that's not correct. A soldier. Yeah,
I'm gonna be like,
some of these most of them look like they are used up. Once you examine them, anyone with Medicaid looks at them. Most of them are used up, but there's like 2 of them that are not used up.
sick. I'm gonna go and like try and grab the unused ones.
Yeah. That's pretty easy. You sift through
Yeah.
some of their pockets and you look through some of their stuff and you find the ones.
Oh, sweet release.
Be careful
No.
with those combat stems; they're quite addictive.
Do you actually inject yourself?
No, not yet. I think I know what these might do, and I'm not sure I want to do that just yet.
So
Just
that's
remember,
what you guys
take one
find.
at a time.
These guys all have typical hiver sort of gang tattooing. None of them have tattooing that signifies they're all part of the same gang. Nor like any overt occult iconography on them. Nothing like that.
Mm. So they're dead, are they? Or some of them like passed out?
Yeah, these guys are dead.
Okay. Well, can't interrogate them.
Can I look through the bodies to see if there's maybe one alive, unconscious?
Yeah, you do, and they're not.
Okay.
They're dead.
Can he do a narrative?
Some of them look like maybe they were alive, but they've only recently died. Like if you had gotten to them almost immediately after the crash, you probably could have saved them. But you guys were dealing with a mob and your own injuries.
That other car isn't. We can't hear that other car hooning around.
That
right?
car is long gone.
Okay.
They did not stick around.
Okay.
But the Hellreich helps the now conscious. It looks like this Bigby. Bigby was the one who went unconscious and is slow in getting to his feet, and Hellreich is helping him. And now that's Lars. His brother is helping him up, and Hellreich's coming over and looking down. And saying, "Yeah, these guys don't look like typical writers that I have been dealing with. These look more organized and well equipped." That's troublesome.
Cool story, mate.
We
Just hang
should
there,
probably
just
ask him if
picking
he
those.
knows anything about the syringes.
Though, oh, what do you mean? What syringes?
The ones that we found on the bodies.
Let me look. He looks at it, Rupee, and he looks at him and goes, "Oh, I do not. I have heard about this, but I had not seen them before. That is odd." He holds up one of the full ones, and inside you can see this sort of blackish, viscous fluid that has probably no more than like 10 millimeters of liquid, which is a decent amount, but no, more like 20 or 30 actually. But it's got like these streaks of like blue, or like a deep blue. If you hold it up to the light just right, you can see these streaks of blue that sort of wave through the liquid. It's called Midnight. It's relatively.
Sounds good.
It's
Yeah, that sounds nice.
I've heard it had some very interesting effects. We have a small division that handle sort of new narcotics, new drugs that hit the market that aren't officially sanctioned by either the Ministorum nor the Ecclesiarchy or the Astra Militarum for combat use. Some of our more elite suppressors will use combat drugs on the field, but this is not one of them. I don't know what it does. I just know what it's called and what it looks like. So I would tread carefully and keep it safe. But we need to get out of here. I don't know how long before another sort of rabble come through here. We need to make it. We're not very far from the precinct, but we need to move.
Hold on, mate. We're just fixing up a car here, so you want to cool your jets?
And unfortunately, Jacta. Unfortunately, with Bruce's overexertion, he did not break the car. He did not make it inoperable, but it's going to take you a lot more time to work with it. You've got to basically make a kit bash part of an axle back together, like re-support it. So
I'd go over to the tank and start pulling stuff off of that.
Okay, this is going to be a tech use. This is straight up a what's a good stat? We'll go intelligence. Yep.
Oop, I didn't mean to do the assist roll. Hold on.
Oh.
Well,
4.
4 successes with a complication.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're able to pull off some bits and pieces. Yeah, the actual APC that you guys were in could actually, if you could get it right side up, it would run fine. But the thing weighs more than all of you combined could actually flip it. You would literally need like a small army of people to lift it and to get it.
Or a working car.
Yeah. But yeah, you're able to pull it together, and you think it will work.
Sick.
It will carry it. You're gonna hit its capacity, and that's a problem. Which means it's not gonna go very fast because you got the 4 of you plus 3 other people.
Well, I mean,
But
the
it
4
will
of
go
us,
faster than
definitely.
walking.
What was that, Julia? Shanna, I couldn't hear you.
It will go faster than walking.
Yep.
So you guys are gonna load up?
I think we tell the cops to walk back. How many seats are there anyway?
4 comfortably.
Okay. So police chief can sit on my lap, and then I think the other guys can just hoof it. I think that sounds fair.
One of them is
Wait,
fairly injured.
Isn't there drivers as well? Or is the driver dead? Or
one driver is dead. The other one is there. So yeah, there's actually like 8 of you.
Oh, dude. Yeah, sorry, guys. I think we just leave these nerds.
Well, actually, you should let us take the vehicle. We have the most injured, and you all are relatively unharmed. You could, and I can have Lars stay with you while I take the injured ones.
See, mate, we did fix the car, and you sort of just sat out of the fight, so not so keen on letting you take our ride.
He looks to Juliet and Aid. He's actively ignoring Bruce at this point. He looks very put out by him right now.
Bruce will walk.
Hey, wait, come on.
If it makes you feel better, I will carry you. And he attempts to make a joke there.
While these guys are arguing about who's going to get the car, can I just want to search the remnants of all of the people that were here and just look for any signs of like gang, like anything that would distinguish them, like what gang territory we're in.
Yeah, you start getting some reference points, but you don't know the area. You don't know the names. You start seeing a few images that seem to correlate, but that's about it.
Okay, but it does look like these were part of a gang. They weren't just like regular people.
Who, the guys in the car or
the mob who attacked us?
The mob. I apologize. The mob. No, totally random. Totally random. Just
yeah,
random.
no, because you already told us the guys in the car didn't have any gang symbols on them, so
Sorry,
I wasn't
apologize.
concerned about them.
No, got confused. Yeah, they have even less sort of like hyver ganger sort of motif to them. They look like citizens. Some of them have like jumpsuits on. Some of them like they look like normal people. So you guys start. Hellreich gets the other more injured individuals onto the little buggy and zips off.
What? We can't even get a chase. Come on, this scumbag. Okay,
but Lars stays behind. Lars is Lars wasn't very injured from that. He sort of has his not heavy stubber, but his auto gun with him, and he says, "It's a good couple of clips this way, so let's go."
All
right. So we're gonna take a break there, guys. We're gonna take about a 5-10 minute break. We're gonna come back, get some water, do the thing, and then we'll see if these guys make it to precinct 82-4. Coming back. There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simulacra Studios, Wrath and Glory, Imperial Truth. We just had our Inquisitorial Agents deal with a mob and discover some clues about the chaos that has engulfed this hive. And they dealt with it firsthand, and now they're hoofing it back to Precinct 82-4. So you guys are moving quickly at a clip, and it's dark is a weird term in the hive because there is no day nor night. There's just kind of like activity cycles, like periods of time when a lot of the population is doing something and when a lot of the population isn't doing something. Because even in hives, human beings have sleep patterns and rhythms. You're definitely in the low activity period. And you guys are making your way through various sort of alleyways and junctions, and then he definitely takes you down a couple corridors that definitely feel like you're now in a building, like you're in an actual thing. And he tells you all, it's like, all right, we're pretty close. The only thing is I had to go through his service entrance because I got reports that some of the main roadways have been blocked off for security reasons, to keep rioters from taking over the precinct and, from any one given side. So we're going to have to go through some maintenance areas to get there. So it's going to be kind of tight and single file, but just follow me. And you make your way down into not the sewers, and it's not like you're not in a hive. You're in a maintenance areas. A lot of tight corridors and bulkheads and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. So who has? Let's see. Who has a passive perception of 4 or higher?
Me, monsieur. Yeah, I've got 4.
Anyone
Nope.
else? Anyone else?
Wait,
Anyone else?
How do we count passive perception?
It's
Oh,
on your sheet.
passive awareness.
Yeah, passive awareness. Sorry,
Yep.
I'm a White Wolf player, so it keeps perception keeps popping in my head. Also D&D.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, 4. So Aid and you guys are very quickly. You hear something that's off. Like Aid's sort of soldier paranoia sort of tingles on the back of his head, and he's aware that something's amiss. And Bruce, you just had this feeling that something large is around the corner, and sure enough, without much surprise, and you two will be able to act for this first round. The rest of them will not be able to act as you see this large half mechanical creature man servitor thing round the corner with a large claw come around, and it looks actively aggressive. So we're now in another combat. Yes,
Let's
Crab.
let's talk to it. Let's see. Hello, crab friend. No.
Hello, Crab friend. I am also Crab friend. We can be Crab friends. Okay, so for this first action, the PCs will go, but only Aid and Bruce, because they were not caught unawares by this strangely lumbering creature. And predominantly, the reason you didn't see him is it obviously didn't need a light source to look around. And so it was able to sort of, and it moves with sort of a mechanical sort of stiffness and precision. So who of you two would like to go first?
I think I would like to go first and just do athletics, just to reduce its ability to hurt us. Do an athletics interaction attack,
absolutely,
and then we can.
It will go against his. It will go against his resolve.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Brucey's just gonna run up at it and tackle it and try and basically spear it to the ground or whatever. Take this. Oh yikes! I'm gonna spend a.
You only have one laugh left.
I know. Bless it. Okay, So I get to reroll
Whole bunch of dice.
heaps.
You get to reroll 6.
Plus the wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So 7. So 5 plus 2. Oh, nice.
So you got.
Yep.
So how many?
So
total?
I currently have 3, and then I get an extra 4. So I have 7
So
on that.
yeah, you definitely beat its resolve. So you what would you like to do? Make it hinder it, or make it vulnerable?
Yeah, so I would like to. I think I want to hinder it. So I
Okay.
want to. So it gets -1 or +1 to its penalties already for
Yep.
any test,
Yep.
and then I'm going to add 2 to that.
Yep. So it gets plus.
And it's for all tests as
Yeah.
well. It's like for literally every single test that it can
Yep.
make.
So it gets a +3 right now as you sort of slap into it. It's you're having to put a lot of weight into it to have this thing have an effect because it is just made of muscle and bone at this muscle and metal at this point. And so yeah, Aid, you can go now.
I'm gonna take out my hot shot, or I've already had a
Yeah,
gun
I
equipped.
would
so I'm
assume
gonna
you
save
have
my hot
probably
shot.
at least one weapon ready.
So I'll take my hot shot last gun and unload it right into its face.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
And fire. Cool. So
Nice.
that's actually 6.
Yep,
So that hits.
let me look at its defense. Where defense? Come on, guys. I just had this. Ah, yes. Yeah, you hit. You got with 3. You need 3 to hit. So, would you like
Perfect.
to move any?
Yeah, I'm gonna move the 6 into damage.
Would you like to
So
spend a
that's-
glory for extra damage?
Mm,
Because you get to
No,
use your special ability.
no, I'll pass on this one.
So you'll be rolling 2 ED, 2 extra dice for damage.
Is it 2? I thought it was 3 in total.
Yes, 3 in
Yeah,
total.
3 in total,
Yeah,
but 2
yeah,
extra on.
2 additional. Yeah, sorry. 3 extra total dice.
I'll roll that. And that's nothing. So it's just 7 damage, AP2.
Okay.
Minus 2.
AP2?
Yeah.
Okay. 7. Yeah, okay. So you do 1 wound to it as you shoot, and it burns into its flesh, and then you quickly see that the laser actually goes in and starts melting some of the metal infrastructure grafted to its skeleton.
I think after seeing that, I'm going to turn to Ed and be like, "No, you goon, burn it."
Yep. Okay. So
I mean, that counts as a burn.
It will now go.
Yeah, true. Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh,
So
God.
it's going to bring its large claw down onto Bruce because you're probably in. Yeah, I would say you're probably in the front, Bruce.
Can I make
Especially if
a
you're
full
if you're
defense?
bapping it and you're trying to distract it.
Can I make a full defense to try and improve my
Yes,
defense?
but
so that I'm not hit?
but it will obviously your next action will be used up to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think it's my next move.
Yes,
I
your
think.
not
It
your
does.
next move, your next action.
Is it?
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah, because you're able to reactively do it in response to an
Yeah.
attack, and so it has to eat up something substantial the next round. You can, but you always roll
Oh.
you always get a minimum of 1. You always get a minimum of 1.
Okay, so I got 2, so that is actually an extra
2.
2 defense.
Yeah, you get an
But I
additional
think. How much glory do we have?
2. We have 3.
I might, if it's okay with everyone, I'd like to.
Actually, this is a roll, not a test. I don't know if you can spend glory on rolls.
Oh.
But
Just out of curiosity, where are the glory trackers? I don't see them anywhere.
They're little icons.
Actually, the map right now is blank for me. Like
Weird.
It's almost like the page has been deleted. Let me rejoin.
Yeah, rejoin because there should be only 1 page. There's only 1 page on the Roll20.
I would. I mean. Well, in that case, I won't if I can't spend a glory.
Yeah, don't.
So,
not,
yeah,
not
I'm
right
just
now.
gonna
I'll look it
plus-
up later. I promise.
Yeah.
Cool. So, do.
So my defense is 5.
Yep. Okay, it will roll. It's going to roll pretty, and he's got a +3 difficulty right now. So it's,
Yes.
So basically, your defense
This is the plan.
8 essentially right now.
Yeah.
It's
Come at me, bro.
8.
Swing first.
Nope. Oh, and it gets a complication. One.
Nice.
Yep. It does not get. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pull a. Deal me a complication card. No, that's the Wrath deck. That's for criticals. Yeah. For its complication is its servo sort of large crab like claw comes in and hits a big pipe and squeezes, but it bends and tears into the metal, and it can't move that claw to make any more attacks this turn. But
Okay.
it has a sort of another hand free that's able to sort of bring to bear. It is going to spend a shock in order to give itself an extra action, so that it's going to go. So it's going to try to punch you.
Cool.
But that's right. Your full defense is still in effect.
That's it.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Nope, still doesn't hit you.
Yes.
So yeah, you sort of duck under it as it's kind of trying to get to you, and it's tangling itself up. Okay, that is the next round. Now the rest of you get to go. Now I will let everyone know this is kind of tight quarters, and Bruce is currently sort of in melee range with it. So if anyone wants to get into melee with it, anyone who wants to get melee or shoot at it will probably take a +1 or +2 penalty to do so, because it's just so tight right now.
Or aim. Or you can aim.
Yeah, you can aim to sort of help you negate the penalty for doing that, shooting combat. Okay. So PCs get to go. You guys decide who you want to go.
Well, so Bruce can basically just stand there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, until
Gave up your action. Okay.
Yeah, he's
So,
he's definitely gonna stay there.
You could move out of melee.
Yeah, you can.
I would get an opportunity, but I could do that. Yeah. I have to move half my speed, so
you can move back.
So I could move 3. I could move 3 meters away from it, and then, I guess, duck down as a simple
However,
action.
if you move, that means it's your action, which means your full defense goes away.
That's true. I think it's still. I think it's better if I just stay there.
And its hindered goes away too.
Okay, disengage is an action. All right, never mind.
So I think I just stay here, and I think you guys just aim and shoot it, and just use the aim thing feature. But burning it would be good.
I mean, if you're in melee, you're going to get burned too.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm going to say, just for realistic sake, if somebody tries to, he can't aim with a flamer. That's not how that works.
Yeah. Okay.
Melt-a-gun, maybe. So who wants to go?
No, I'll go if no one wants to go first. I'll take the aim action.
Sure.
Which does, I'm trying to find it, but
it's just an extra die, and you don't have to. You negate all the penalties of.
Yeah. You also, I think it takes your movement. I think it takes your movement to do that.
You sacrifice your move, and you either get a die or you can ignore cover or engage penalty. It's one or the other. You have a sniper weapon.
Sure.
Yep. So
don't forget, if you have wound penalties, don't forget to consider that. His defense is currently 3, so modify that as you need.
Wait, can you tell me how to modify my roll that I just did?
Well, you can't modify the roll because penalties just increase. Wound penalties just increase the difficulty of the roll itself.
So it just gives him an extra defense, basically.
Yeah. Oh, okay, perfect.
I just need to know what your modifier is. I think you're probably at lightly wounded, likely.
Yeah.
Because I think most of you guys have 5 or 6 wounds. I think
that is 5 to hit.
Okay. Yes, you do hit.
You said 3 was the target before.
It's 4 if you're lightly wounded.
Right. So I can still bring over the 6 to an extra damage?
1, 2,
You're one short.
3. No, you can't.
Okay,
Well,
never mind.
no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4,
He's
5.
got
The wrath
5
die,
total.
which is 5.
Yeah,
So he can't know.
Yeah, you
you
can't.
needed.
Nope, okay. Well, then I'll just roll the...
extra d6.
Just 1d6, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have pinned AP too, so it's
Not gonna work. So 7 damage, AP2.
so 2. Yeah, you burn a little bit more. You're definitely doing good work on its getting past its dermal plating. That's definitely what your shot is. It's definitely staggered back. You can see some sparks, and the gears are starting to grind. It's definitely not doing super well. Now it's gonna go, unless you guys want to seize the initiative. You guys have glory.
I think we should.
And it's going to take a nice big old swing at Bruce again.
Oh.
Duck, Bruce, duck.
Yep, it's no longer hindered, and you're no longer full defensive unless you want to try to take the full defense again.
Oh, I think I will.
Okay. So
One for air. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Is the claw coming for him again?
Yes, the claw.
Okay, that's again
It's another
just
2.
So I'm at 5.
So, okay.
5 defense. Swing, punk! Oh!
Oh dear lord.
Oh, deal. He rolled really well. 1. That's
8.
3. Yeah, it's 8. Yeah, 8 coming right to you, Brucey boy. Out of your defense of 5.
Yeah.
1,
So,
2,
he
3,
can shift.
4, 5. He can only move one of the 6s over.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Still worth it. Probably.
Okay. So the big ass claw comes just barreling down on top of you. He's just gonna roll. Ooh, that's spicy meatball right there. That's gonna be 3 extra die.
Oh.
Oh, Bruce, we knew
yeah,
you
rolled
well.
really
Yes. Yes.
But what's your resilience?
My resilience is 9.
Okay, you are going to take AP minus 3 with your.
Okay, so then my resilience is 6.
6. All right, so you will take. How many wounds you got?
I've got 8 wounds, but I'm gonna elect to soak damage.
Okay, you're gonna soak it? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna take 8 wounds.
8 wounds? Jesus
7
Christ.
wounds.
7 wounds. Okay.
Yep.
Let's soak. Okay, so I stop 3 of that. How much glory do we have?
3.
3? I think I will also steal another glory if that's alright with everyone.
Thumbs up if you're cool with it. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so that's 4 damage, so I lose 5 shock and
Yes.
take 3 damage?
You take 3 wounds, and you'll convert the rest of it into shock, basically.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh.
Where's your shock at?
My shock's at 3.
So you have 3 left?
I have 3 left, yeah. I have 8 shock.
Okay. Yeah, and then, and how many wounds do you have left?
5.
Left? Out of 3 damage? You have 8 and 8?
Yeah, I've got 8 and 8, yeah. So I've got a modifier because I have an automatic viscera for the wounds.
Oh, okay.
And I took the origin for the shock to get 3 extra shock.
Okay, cool.
So.
Yeah, you get crushed by this thing. It's yeah, you can hear bones and everything popping, and thankfully, part of your physiology is part fish/shark, so you're actually kind of cartilagey, which means makes you a little more flexible and a little more shock absorbent, actually, predominantly. So yeah, it's going to take another shock and make a rune action. But it's not going to attack you. It's going to attack the next person behind you, because he kind of just grabs you and lifts you up.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go right after Aid. It's going to just going right down.
Ugh.
What is your defense?
Defense is 2.
2. Okay. 1.
Oh,
2, 3,
yikes.
4, 5. Okay. But
I'll
it
be
can't
fine.
attack with the claw because the claw is holding on to Bruce right now. So this is going to be a lot simpler. So 2, he's going to move one of the 6s into damage. So it's going to be 2d. The claw is definitely the harsh thing. Yeah, so it's with its strength right now. Strength. So what's your soak right now? What's your resilience?
9.
9. Okay, you aren't going to take anything as it sort of punches into your helmet, but it dings off because it doesn't have like another melee weapon. All it has is the big claw and a normal sort of human-ish, like it's got metal bits like around its like skeletal structure, but it's definitely clangs up against you.
Like a
All right.
nice graze.
Yep. Now it is the PC. Now the PC's may go. Oh, you used one of the glory, right?
Yeah, just one.
Okay, you have 2 left.
I'll go now. Why not? So, question.
Yep.
So it's got Abe like up in the air.
Yeah.
Does that mean somebody else can step up and get close to it?
Sure, why not?
So I'm going to spend an action
Mhm.
to activate my arm.
Mhm.
So as he does this, his arm sort of starts to transform and unfold itself, and a chain blade comes out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna multi-action charge.
Okay, sure.
Um,
So it's
So-
+2 difficulty to do because you multi-acted.
Yep, my sheet back up. And then I had another question: is this thing a large creature,
No,
or is it average?
it's average.
Okay.
It's big and bulky, but it's average.
So I get +1 dice for the charge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming Abe does not count as like. I don't know if there are bonuses that are granted for outnumbering people.
No, not in this instance. There's not like I don't. There may be a gang up rule, but I would have to go look. But for right
Yeah,
now, I'm not
that's
going to say.
4. I don't know what his defense is
Defense
normally.
is currently 3, so yes, you're fine.
Okay.
You hit it.
Is that with the +2 difficulty? Or is
Oh
that
no,
without?
that'd be 5. Then.
Okay, if that's okay, then I let's see, what did I?
You could re-roll. You
Failed
would re-roll
1, 2.
3 if you spent wrath.
Yeah, I haven't spent any wrath. Let's spend a wrath.
Okay.
Drag that onto the board. Do I actually have the ability to return that to the deck, or do you have to do it?
No, you just delete it. I can recall them later.
All right, so re-rolling 3.
Smack him.
Do it.
For an additional 1, so that's 5.
You means you hit him. Yeah, the system's meet and not beat.
All right, so no shifting, so just damage.
Yep.
So that is 9 plus the 1 is 10.
Why is it 1? Oh, that's you rolled a 4, which gives you yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 10. What's its NEAP?
No, it's just a chainsword.
Okay, so yeah, then it is you grind into it, and this actually severs probably a main sort of hydro oil artery, and it starts spewing and sort of gushing, and then sort of suddenly just falls to the floor. Thankfully, releasing Bruce and not keeping him in a death grip as he kind of rolls out of the claw.
You're welcome.
Cheers, mate.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Juliet, if you didn't act. Yeah, the Bigsby, who was kind of in the middle, was like, that's odd. That's a servitor. I don't know why it wanted to attack people.
You don't know a lot, do you, mate? So I'm like clutching my crushed body.
Yeah, you definitely feel it in your insides.
Jactor retracts puts his hand back together.
Okay. Should we?
I actually am curious about this.
Oh, really?
Does this servitor have any sort of like interface thing on it? Like I know a lot of I know it varies, but I'm just curious. Is there like a I don't know, like a little screen or something that you can interface and put commands into it?
No, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, you if you did, you probably destroyed that part. One of you guys did. It's pretty perfunctory. You'd have to really. You would need a tech priest. You know, you need somebody a lot more with either the right gear or the right know-how to do this.
Does anybody have a data pad?
No.
No, those are not standard issue. Can we go? Do we need to stay here?
Lead the way, nerd.
Fine. He sort of steps over the large, like, broken body of this weird servitor and sort of heads up, and he leads you on. You don't have any more run-ins with anything like that, nor mobs. Within a couple more minutes, you come out and you see before you a large, fairly well-lit, multi-stacked, think of basically a ziggurat, but like a lot thinner. It's just a box with a smaller box on top, with a smaller box on top, with a smaller box on top. Well lit. There seems to be a couple areas that are large enough that they could potentially have like aeronautica vehicles sort of tied off to it. There's definitely a lot of places that coming and going. You can see the blockades that to keep people out from like in mass being able to like mass overrun a building like this. And it definitely looks like what you guys are looking for. And you even see in the front door, it says Precinct 82-4. And Lars gives a sigh of relief and goes, ah, thank the Emperor. We're here. Come on, let's get inside. We'll see if we can get you guys some recaf and maybe we have some medical supplies that we could spare.
Maybe return our car, mate. I don't know. Just a suggestion.
He looks around and you don't see the car.
Ah.
Yeah, he leads you inside. By the time you get close to it, there's a barricade in front of the main entrance, and you are stopped very cool by very similarly dressed individuals as Lars. And Lars quickly talks to them, and they all nod, and they look at you guys over, but then they let you guys in. And yeah, you walk into this place. There's iconography in the main hall. There's a large Imperial seal aquila, basically the double-headed eagle with one eye open and one eye closed over the main entrance, like in the main lobby. Everything is dark and drab, dimly lit. There are people coming and going. You see it occasionally. You see most of the people you'll see around here are suppressors, people in the sort of the flak armor and the weaponry. Everyone's actively wearing weaponry on them. But you do occasionally see the lone, like, either cherub fly through the air or a servo skull sort of beep, 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 beep through the hall. And you will see, like, an adept with like scrolls and data pads sort of walking to and fro everywhere. And Lars leads you guys up into the bowels of this place. This place is fairly large, as those tend to be, and he leads you sort of this sort of waiting area. He's like, until Hellright gets back, I don't know where to put you. He had all the details. I'm sorry. But I'll get you some coffee. Recaf, he says, isn't coffee because coffee doesn't exist in the 41st millennium. It is recaf. Maybe I got something to eat, and I'll see about getting Adept in here, and maybe he can bandage you guys up. And he leaves. You guys are just kind of in a waiting room. You can kind of look around. You see people coming and going. You guys can talk, look around, whatever. Let me know what you're doing.
So we're in like a lobby. We're not like in the back area.
No,
or
you
anything
are.
Like
You're
that.
absolutely in the back area, but you're sort of like in a large sort of. Think of it like a conference room. That's just an empty conference room.
What's in here?
Just probably a table,
Is
a
it
couple
literally
tables.
just either? Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing like there's no terminal for you to sort of try to hack into or anything like that. This is mostly a waiting area / conference room.
Okay.
You guys, you got a couple doorways leading in and out. One of which is like there's no door to it. You just walk in and walk out.
Okay. I think I'm going to turn to both Ed and Jules. I'm like, oh, you guys want to help me attend to these fight bites? And I just like indicate my horrible crushed body.
You
I
got
don't think my
weird like
broken fingers can
purplish bruises, like purple and like greenish bruises because they're discolored based on his own physiology.
I don't think I can do much for you without medical supplies.
No.
Not with these broken fingers. He shows you like his mangled hand.
Yeah,
Like
he-
one of the
Oh,
fingers
right.
is just
That he's, like-
misaligned.
He's got like
Oh, no.
he's got like a really makeshift splint on two of them.
Rub some dirt in it.
I don't think there's any dirt nearby. This floor
No-
looks pretty clean.
Though literally there is
Easy
not.
for you to say, Tin Can. I guess I'll just wait for the adept. I'll just sit back down, grumpy.
I don't think he's gonna help you. They don't like you very much.
Yeah, sounds about right. Whatever.
Yep.
I'm just-
After a few minutes, Lars does come back. He has got sort of a big thermos of something, and he puts down. He's got some cups, and then an adept, a sort of reddish robed adept with a sort of a bionic eye, comes in and starts pulls out like a bag, like a case of stuff, and it's got basic medical supplies that he's going to assist you with. You guys want to make medical rolls to help you get that shock. You're definitely going to have a respite, so you get all your shock back. But your wounds will make everyone can make, people can make a, actually, I'll just make a quick roll for everyone just to make it easy. And this will be,
based off what? Sorry.
well, I'm going to make the roll.
Okay. So this is the other guy doing a test
yeah,
on
this
us.
is the guy doing
Okay.
a Medicaid test on you guys.
Okay.
Just because there's no reason for you guys to make your own rolls. There's nothing super pressing right now.
So 5 successes.
Yeah, I think that's one per, or is it based?
So I think you succeed and then you can shift 2.
Yeah, I think it's based
To
3
get
in
2 extra.
each. Yeah,
For everyone shift, you gain an additional
one.
wound.
So everyone can get back 3 wounds if they had other.
Nice.
So yeah, bones are put back into place. Pain suppressors are given. Various other accoutrements. You are ensconced in holy cleansing incense. Your wounds are blessed by the Emperor's by the Omniscience divine knowledge, and yeah, you feel better. You've been administered to.
I'm gonna like go to the adept and be like, "Oh, cheers, mate, thanks," and then just hand him like an asset.
Yeah,
to
sure.
have.
He
Like as a tip or whatever.
He heals you, but then you try to give him stuff, and he's like, that's okay. You can keep your weird shark teeth, and he just kind of walks weird fish. You would
It's
say
money.
fish teeth.
It's thrones. You get.
You spooked him up. And as the depth runs out, you see the familiar figure of Hellrake walk through, and he's like, "What the hell did you make me drive back in?" Goddamn wheel. The Emperor's damn wheel fell off the thing, and we crashed.
Sounds
You
like your
took it.
problem, mate.
Uh-oh. Somebody dropped.
Oh,
No.
it's Cassidy.
Okay, he's back. Yay.
You took it, I believe. Liberated or going on ahead to return the wounded was your exact words.
Yeah, but you fixed it. You metal.
I never said I fixed it completely.
Anyways, are you guys fit enough to move? I can finally show you your blasted office, and we can get you out of my hair for a little while. I got
Very
a
much so.
splitting headache.
Fuck this guy. Just please, Jules, you have to slap him. You have to bring some Emperor justice on this nerd. Whap.
Just picturing you calling him a nerd. He's like, what does that mean?
What is this nerd that you speak of? It must be some lowly mutant tongue.
Whatever, you noodle-armed scholar boy.
He's not.
Bruce, I
He's
recommend you
he's a
stop.
very routine. Go ahead. What were you saying? I apologize. We're just goofing around.
Bruce, I'd say you should stop insulting him, or you're in his house.
I don't think he lives here, but sure, whatever.
You know what I mean.
I feel like I do sometimes. Anyways,
you
follow
look like
me.
you do.
And he gets up and walks off. You guys follow him?
Yeah.
Yes.
After about 2 minutes, and that's actually a pretty lengthy walk, he takes you a couple floors up, and then he shows you, and then when he gets there, he pulls out these little sticks, and he hands each one of you one of these sticks, and he tells you, these are your keys to get into this part of the building so that you could use this office. And he opens it up, and it's basically a very unused, dusty wing of this area, of this floor, that is got some terminals and some boxes with some obvious like reports and stuff in it. And he's like, there will be some adepts assigned to you that will be coming and going. Don't abuse them too much, because they do other things for other departments that are actively doing something, but they are at your disposal if you need to do. Get yourself settled in for a little bit, and then in a couple hours I'll come back and I'll show you to where your quarters have been assigned, which is in a couple of blocks down the way. Is that all right?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Whatever. Get out of here. Go away.
He gives you a look and then walks off. Yeah, you basically have think of it like many of the hard-boiled cop movies. You have a main sort of meeting area with few desks and file cabinets and terminals and boxes. It's all dusty. And then there's a couple other side rooms that can be either used for other more private meeting areas or offices. A couple of them have their own terminals too, that could be accessed with the right sort of prayer and initiating of certain buttons and the right sequences to the holy order of the Omnissiah that would allow you to access the archive of knowledge within.
Are there any cameras in this room? Or any of the other rooms?
That's a good question. Make me an intelligence plus awareness roll.
Alrighty.
There are. I will say this: I forgot to mention, there is a rack for where you can stow weapons. Also, it looks like basically you have a munitions closet as well as various sockets to charge up powered, like las rifle, battery packs and the like. There is no other munitions here. There's not like any actual weapons or ammo. You'd have to request those.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd take off my backpack and put it in the charge station.
Yep. You have to do a little fiddling because they're actually not used to an entire backpack power that the hot shot generally takes. So you basically pull the wires off the socket and then attach it, and then you see the meter start. Broop, broop,
Take some
broop.
mud tape, just tape it around.
Yeah.
Put a chair on it too, so it's like the right level.
Yeah. And kind of shocks you at one point. You're like, "Grr." Sometimes your hell shot's a little temperamental.
Mhm. Gets upset at me when I don't charge it properly.
So that was your roll there, Jacta. So you got 1.
I got
2.
4.
I got 2.
Well,
With
my
Jacta's
single
actively
6.
looking. Also, don't roll unless I tell you it's okay to roll.
Okay.
Some people, the reason why, and that's sort of a gaming philosophy. This is called sort of the skill cascade, which is when one person sees someone else rolling, they roll, then another person rolls, and it's kind of guaranteeing success. I generally let people who have the initiative of like, I want to do this, are the only ones who get to roll.
Okay.
So you got total of 2. It looks like, Jacta.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's one probably that's out in the hallway. That's one that's visible.
But that's not like in our room.
No, it
Okay.
looks into your main room, and you have and this is not like, it's not like a military door. This is like literally just a thin metal door that has a latch on it. So it could be used to primitively barricade the door, but it would only impede someone for a little bit of time.
I find like some cloth, rags, whatever, and I go and cover up the camera with it.
Okay, sure, done. It'll take someone 20 years to find out why a camera 2-4 on level 9 is not giving any sort of feed to it. I gotta love the Imperium of Man. And so yeah, what are you guys doing while you're in the office? You're kind of stuck here. Some of you are getting kind of hungry.
I was actually going to say, like, turn to the guys and be like, all right, so what do we know about all this that's going on there? Let's chit chat.
I don't like the people on this planet.
No, I have to agree. People on
They're
this planet
quite
aren't very nice.
It's a wonderful planet. What are you talking about?
Shanna, I don't think we can hear you. If you've been talking, we haven't been ignoring you. I don't think I can hear you. Nope.
You're still muted.
That's
It's push to talk, remember? You put it on push to talk, I think. I think you put it on push to talk.
What about now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. I think
Somehow
you've
I
been
missed.
talking for a while, and we were like, why hasn't Shanna
gosh.
said anything?
Okay, that's fine.
We haven't been ignoring you, I promise.
Uh,
Okay, what were you saying? Oh, geez, don't mess with it.
Okay, can you hear me still?
yes.
Sweet.
Clear as mud.
Okay, I would like to say that I find the people on this planet to be swell, except for the angry people.
Turn your input down a little bit. It's getting a little,
Okay.
because I can only do so much from here for my end of things.
Well, so first agenda, I think we should go find out where we have to go for this these factories and that. Probably first thing, since that's what we're officially here to do.
The terminals in this office, are they connected to anything? Like, can I pull up information on them?
You start sort of accessing them because you do have tech use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, they do. They're connected. However, you quickly find out that you're going to have to do some finagling to get access. So whatever credentials, whatever way of getting to the data banks that it has are, you don't have the right like key pass essentially.
So they didn't leave us any like notes or anything? Like
You start,
books?
yeah, actually, you start looking through the boxes. Yeah, there seem to be reports. He did say there were reports in the boxes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to pull out a bunch of reports
Sure.
and
You start,
drop them onto the
yeah, you
table.
start going through them. They are reports of various incidences, dating back for the last couple of months. Some are a few are as farther back, like a year or two, but they're all connected to the various attacks on these factorums. So I will roles will be had here in a second. Bruce and Aid, what are you guys doing?
I think so. There's what clerks and administrative nerds walking out in the hallway and stuff.
No, you guys are actually more of an because this place has been abandoned for a while. There's not a lot
Okay.
of activity to and fro. You'd have to go actively pull someone in and start getting to them.
Okay, that's what I think I want to do. I think I want to go out and find an
That's gonna be really
scribe-looking guy and just be like, "Oh, hey mate, got a few questions for you. Just come this way."
So I got you. Aid, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be helping with paperwork.
Okay, you're gonna help Juliet with the paperwork.
Yep.
Cool. Everyone gets to roll something different. This is cool. So we're gonna first we're gonna do with Juliet and Aid since they're both working together. You guys get to make me a intelligent investigation check. Intelligence typically is also like raw brain power as well as perception. That's how it works in the system.
Oh. Whoa.
Awareness.
Investigation.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn,
Nice.
Abe.
Yep.
Good work, guys. Holy shit.
Aid did really well, and you did really well.
Can I do something silly?
What do you want to do?
Can I use a wrath to reroll those twos?
Yes, you absolutely can, if you really feel
I'll
like it.
reroll 3 twos.
Yeah. If you really want to, you can.
I'm gonna try to max it out.
Okay.
Shift. Yeah, you can shift, right? So you can shift for like
He only
success.
gets two more. Yeah, he gets two more.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's
Well,
you
what
could,
it is
now-
you're gonna get a whole bunch of. Would you like to shift any of those to glory?
I got 10. So you know what? I think I'll. How many can I shift to glory?
One. You can only do one, unless you
One?
have a
Yeah, I'll
special.
shift one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, all right, and Juliet got 2 6s. She did pretty well too because she got 2 6s, as well. So she got 4. So yeah.
So can they shift for like success?
Yeah.
to, like, full
I
speed?
assume that. That's kind of how I work. Yeah, I assume that. Unless I give you other options, assume I'm going to give you better results the higher you roll, especially over the
Okay.
difficulty. The difficulty was probably only like 3, so you both did
Crushed it.
well. And A did fantastically well. Like, actually, I'm gonna give, because you rolled so well, Aid. I will give you guys some basic information. I will give Juliet a question that she can ask me, and then I'm gonna give. You're gonna get then Aid's gonna get a question, as well as he's gonna get basically to dictate a fact about what he's found.
Alright.
So, basic overview: there are multiple manufactorums between making of the synthesis of the mesh that I told you about and the conversion of the cerecrite into ceramite. That are in below you guys. You are you're in a section of the hive known as the vault, which is basically the main bus of the hive. Below you, just below the vault, is the actual. You start getting into the underhive, but that's also where all the big processing manufactorums are. There have been multiple attacks, either all appearing to be indirect attacks, or indirect damage, I should say, to these manufactorums. They do not appear to be timed or coordinated, as far as you can tell right now, without like asking questions or anything like that. So that is what you know. You do have information concerning who owns the various manufactorums. You do have information about sort of like some scheduling, some workers. So I'm gonna so Juliet gets to ask her first question to me.
Okay, so most of the attacks, were they done by the people that were driving the car after us, or were they done during the parades?
That is a very good
And
question. As you pour over it with a little bit of help from Aid, because you start crossing. Now, I will say this research does take a couple of hours of work, but it's a very, 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 very good, solid start. Um, you're finding actually a little bit of a pattern. It appears that many of them are random, and many of them do appear to be sort of random looters, but there does seem to be more of a consistency of these individuals that appear that have either been arrested or apprehended, arrested, or killed that appear to have similar capabilities or similar equipment to what you would see beyond a normal hive person or one of these random rioters. So yes, they could be targeted. There's definitely some indication. You need more evidence, but there's definitely some indication that there's more going on behind it. All right, and now I'm gonna get Aid may ask me a question, and then you're gonna be able to dictate to me something that is true about the situation. And you do know what Juliet knows, so I'm assuming I'm working on the fact that you're talking to each other, you're working together.
All right. My question would be, can I ask help from the other players about a question?
Sure. I'll let you guys talk out loud. Workshop
Do
it.
you guys have any ideas for questions? Because nothing comes
I
to mind
mean,
right off the bat.
if we know that there are random looters mixed in with people who have intent or specific intent, I would say a good question might be, what is there any sort of identifying traits to these groups that have clear intent? Like, do they have a pattern? Do they have something that marks them as like who they are, like some identifying feature?
Maybe like leaders have specific tattoos that rally these people at random.
That's a very similar question to what Juliet was asking, essentially, was trying to figure out what's the pattern, what's the connection.
Okay.
It's not an obvious thing. It's not a thing that's tattooed on them. I mean, you are getting the suspicion that what if there is true intent behind these attacks, which there appears to be some, maybe. There's definitely a pattern. They're smart, as in they're not using the same type of people over and over again.
Okay.
They're using different. If they're using different groups or different cells of people to do these things. So there is potentially an answer there, but you have to do more digging, even with all of your information that you have collected. Basically, you would need to do multiple days of more research to dig into specific individuals and pull off like known associates and all this other stuff that you're not aware of because you guys have just touched base. You have no knowledge of how the hierarchy of this hive works.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. We will now workshop, me and you, something that is true about the situation. This will change the nature of the plot. Basically, this is the equivalent of player's choice.
Okay. I don't know where to start.
If anything comes up that you would like to see, a piece of maybe a clue you found, a specific clue. It could be lots of different things.
Can he hold on to it for a little while till we?
Sure. I'm perfectly okay with that too. You could be like, haha, I have the Eureka card, essentially.
Yeah.
I would like to instantly know all the information and put it together.
Cool.
Could I get information on how to get in contact with Father or whatever his name is?
He is not a living person.
Oh.
Father Faithful, actually, through your reports, this will be a good synopsis because one way or another, all four of you find this basic information out. It was briefly told last game, and I'll reiterate. Father Faithful is a local saint, and typically there are very few living saints. That saints generally happen after you die. Somebody makes you a saint. He is a saint of this planet. He was some sort of historical figure of great religious and potentially even political or military importance to this planet, and he is revered as while he's not revered greater than the Emperor. He is not revered beside the Emperor. He is considered one of the Emperor's most faithful and capable servants, and that his life and death was all in the service of the Emperor, and that he did a great service to this planet, and they have canonized him locally as part of the religious doctrine, which Juliet would know, and Aid, you know a little bit. You also kind of know this, but Juliet definitely knows. It's a fairly common custom. You use local figures to help seed the faith and get people behind the Emperor. That's why every planet is a little bit different as far as their reverence to the Emperor and the Imperial Creed. But all is typically kosher, as to put a modern human term to it. It is been sanctioned one way or another, likely by the ecclesiarchy as proper religious practice. Obviously, Era Sable wants to know a little bit more, and that's why she's asked you. And so, Father Faithful is not a living person. He has a devout following throughout the planet, throughout the hive and the planet, and is revered as such.
Okay. So could it be possible that there is a cult of him going on?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Do you want to make that your thing?
What do you guys think?
I still think maybe hold on to it. Sorry, you go, Jules.
I have a thing that I noticed that the what was his name, Riker or something?
Hillreich.
He said that Father Faithful had been there for as long as they know. So like if the attacks only started within a few months, then like it's possible that a new group has come to the planet and then like started up some kind of cult or revenge thing, or like
I think you might be onto something there, Jules.
Actually, I have an idea, but I'm going to make something real quick. You guys can talk, and I'm going to send something to Casper. And once he sees it, if he wants to show everyone else, then I will describe it to publicly.
All right.
Yes, I'm keeping the audience in suspense. I get it. So just give me a few moments to have to pull up MS Paint.
So I was basically thinking, I was just talking to you guys. I was basically thinking of just going out, getting a scribe, and then being like, "All right, book nerd, figure out where the last attack happened and where these people were heading as they were escaping. Like, not necessarily the one that we just came from, but like, I need you to figure out for us. You know, we need a lead, somewhere where we can go to, basically." Because we need to basically capture one of these people, I think, and get some interrogating done. But
I don't think anyone's gonna follow a creepy shark dude.
Well, no, but I can intimidate him.
Shot down.
I'll threaten to bite his fingers off or something. It'll be great. But that's what I reckon. I reckon I just go out to a whole strong arm a nerd and then be like, do this.
I mean, if we didn't have such obvious companions, we could just go out and blend in and
I can blend in.
see what we find.
You could put a box.
I could just wear a rag on my face. I could just like get a
I didn't
or
mean
something.
you. I meant the two Imperials.
Oh,
I
that's
can
a good
blend
point.
in. I can be a Ministorum priest. Technically, I just put a robe over my armor, and my mask is from
Some death
from
mask,
this
yeah.
system.
I also think we should get the car back, just so that we're not rolling around in whatever APCs. No, I'm serious.
It's
So
like, I
that we're
just
not
want
rolling.
the car. I don't care about anything else.
I just don't want to roll around in an APC. It's just everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, we'll definitely talk to you guys rolling around in the fuzz wagon. I don't know.
Bus wagon.
Yeah. But I reckon we should get. I think we should get the car back. I think we should find like a trace or a lead on where, like, somewhere where we can go to and ask people questions. And I think we should go there. Incognito.
This is actually kind of hard to draw. This is
Okay.
annoying. Should have practiced. I wasn't. You just rolled so damn well.
I wasn't expecting that either.
No,
and
no,
I'm not
no.
even
you
prepared
rolled,
for it.
Hey. Good rolls are good rolls, man.
Mm. But yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking. I think we get Nerd Boy. We look at like the last attack that happened. We figure out where it was, and then we try and get him to establish where these people might have gone to ground, or whatever.
Give me one more second. Still trying to figure this damn thing out. I know the suspense is killing you guys. Let's see if I can figure this damn thing out. Ugh. I could do it by hand without a problem. Alright. Give me a second. I'm going to try something else.
Okie doke.
Because my drawing skills suck.
What else do we know about these guys? Like, nothing really.
Yeah, you guys.
Squat all.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna put something in roll 20 for aid to look at.
Yep.
Handout. Okay, good. So that's gonna be. Okay, so tell me if you see this a handout in your roll 20, Casper.
I do not. I see nothing.
Give it a second. Make sure.
Understood.
Okay, never mind. I thought I put it in your tags. I guess try now.
Still see nothing.
Oh, weird. I thought the handouts could be visible. Only visible to GM. It shouldn't say only visible to GM.
You can show to players,
What?
and you can show to players. So if you like click on it,
Yeah,
you
but I
should-
don't see where that says that.
It's in edit. Like if you're editing a character sheet.
Yeah, I do that, and it says name in player's journal can be edited by tags.
Oh, something
Yeah,
just
and then you-
popped out.
Okay.
So like the people.
Do you see it? It says symbol.
Yep, I
Okay.
see it now.
So it looks like that. Remove the planet symbol in the middle, and there are random dots inside the symbol at some point in place. They're not evenly spaced out.
Okay.
And this is only you are only aware of this because you see in 2 reports it looks like graffiti on the wall or something. You thought it was a random coincidence, like it was just a piece of graffiti, and then you're like, I've seen that before. And then you look at another essentially photo pic, what 40K calls a pic, of another piece of graffiti that looks like that, and then you go to another report and you see another version of that somewhere. It definitely got some connection. You have no idea what it is.
I'll definitely share this then.
Okay. So
Because more eyes, the better.
we'll come back to that in a second.
Mhm.
So that's Juliet and that's Aid. So let's do Bruce. Roll me a fellowship plus cunning.
Or I was actually hoping to intimidate this guy.
Nope.
So-
Cunning. Going
No?
to find people and talk to people is how you get people to do what you want. Because you're trying to get.
I'm going to threaten to eat him so
Yeah,
that
no,
he
no,
comes
but
with
you got to
me.
find the right person to threaten first.
Okay. Can I avoid doing cunning by just grabbing the nearest person?
Nope.
Well, okay. Well, I can't actually roll then. I have like an actual 1. So
Well, do you have how many dice? You just have a one in fellowship.
I have a straight 1. Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, you can still roll. That's just a wrath die.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I can't unless the DN is 2. Like, I can get nothing from this, so I will
get
not do that.
nothing. So what ends up happening, actually, but there will be something that does happen as you're out and about. I will say this.
Okay.
Let me get back to Mac, and then I'll get back to you, and then I'll get back to everybody.
Uh-huh.
So Mac, yeah, tech use.
More tech. Now,
There's a
question.
small child on the screen now. Everyone wave, because that's what you have to do.
He just got home.
Aw.
Say hi.
Hello.
Yep. We're about to wrap up. But I want to.
Okay, you need to go now.
Aw.
Bye bye.
So, question. Would my combi tool apply in this situation?
No. This is you're not breaking something apart. You're doing hacking basically, because you know how long it would take you to get the proper access codes to go through the IT tech
3.
support. Yeah, it would take you near a decade to get it together. So it's faster if you just do it yourself.
So 3.
3. Yeah, you start grinding away. You start pulling up some of the files they don't have that have all been sort of digitized and put in the sacred archive of the databanks. And you start pulling up more about the information concerning who owns and operates the various manufactorums. This starts giving you some insight into sort of the noble structure, because almost all of the major manufactorums are owned by a noble house or two. Some are shared between them. Some are almost exclusively one noble house or another. A couple names that pop up. Let me pull up my notes real quick, because I do not want to screw up the names. Yes, you find the Fuente family and the Exet family, as well as the pull up. Yep. Nope, that's not.
Can we get these typed out in?
Yeah, I'll give them to you between games.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. Nope, that's not what I want. There it is. That's what I wanted. Apologize, audience. I'm just pulling up some. Let's see. Yeah, you get a name. Yeah, okay, that's right. You get a name of a couple other houses that live in the higher part of the vault, towards the spire itself, where the governor lives. Because the governor actually has his estate is at the very tip of this spire, because it is essentially the prime hive of this planet. Yeah, and so these a lot of the mining is in the underhive, and a lot of the processing is in the section between hive proper and the underhive, as well as the main power plant is in the middle of the hive, towards the rock bottom of it, and that's what you end up finding. As for Bruce,
Yeah.
as you're walking around, you sort of people give you some weird looks, but they kind of act like you're supposed to be there.
Oh, good.
Um,
Thanks.
but then you hear a ruckus down a hall, and you investigate, and there's this other person. He has sort of a large hump on his side, and he's got sort of this large arm, like a grotesquely large arm, and a withered, like vestigial arm. Obviously very mutated. He's got like really he looks kind of gross, but you see him kind of wide eyed and panicky. He has shoved Arbites, one of the suppressors, against the wall, and is making a beeline towards the exit where you're coming in. What do you do?
Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna do an athletics interaction attack and try and trip him. Mate. Oh,
Okay.
actually, don't want to be friends with this guy. I don't know.
What do? You get a split second decision. He's coming
Okay.
out towards you. You're in his way. He's looking panicked. He obviously is trying to make a break for it.
Okay, in fact, I'm gonna do an intimidation, and I'm gonna just step in front of the way and just be like, "Where do you think you're going, mate?"
Okay,
And
sure.
just-
Make me an intimidation check.
Ah, ah, ah. It's not great. I think. How much? I mean, we're about to finish, aren't we?
It's up to you.
I'm just wondering if I could steal all the glory to try and make this guy stop.
I will say we're about to wrap up, so the 2 glory are going to go to waste if you don't use
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Ah.
it.
All right.
All right. So yeah, So we're going to make a resisted athletics because you don't intimidate him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We're going to make a resisted athletics test and to see if he shoves you out of the way.
All right. Better. So 5. Crunched.
Yeah, you 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you definitely get it.
So I guess I'm just gonna be like, sorry, maybe you didn't hear me, but where do you think you're going?
He tried to. What happens is he tries to shove you with his grotesque arm, and he's pretty strong. But you're made of sterner stuff. You've dealt with guys like this, and so you're able to use that to your advantage. And he sort of puts his giant arm on your chest, and you sort of just dig in your heels, and he doesn't move you. He's like, "Get out of my way! I don't belong here." What do you say?
I think I'm actually going to say, no, that's right. You don't belong here. You belong in you're with us. That's right, aren't you? You're our new assistant.
Okay. Roll. Okay. This is gonna get weird. This
Deception? Or
maybe
what?
no more. This is actually going to be persuasion
Okay.
because
Well,
that doesn't mean
probably
you'll
should have saved
fail.
this.
Doesn't mean you'll automatically fail. It just means
Yeah.
you're trying to get him to get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a 0. It's a hot 0.
Hot 0. No, it's not a critical failure. He's like, what are you talking about? And then finally, the Arbites that he shoved is like coming over with like a fucking sunbaton. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Who is this? Who are you? And he's just pointing a finger at you.
I'm going to be like, cool your jets, fellas. This is my good friend and cousin. He's with us. And then I'm going to be like, and if you don't back off, I'm going to give you a bloody good walloping.
Okay, that's definitely a deception.
Oh, shit. Not intimidation?
No, because you're not threatening them. You're trying to deceive them.
Okay. All right.
You have to. You have to. Yeah, you shouldn't have spent all the wrath and all the glory. And that last.
Well, I
roll.
was planning to intimidate someone to get my objective, so I could get a wrath back, but I was not allowed to do that. So
he's like, you all both look nothing alike. I don't even know if you're the same species. Yeah, we got him, and he immediately gets stunned in the back of the head, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes. Now, what are you doing here?
I'll be like, oh, thanks for calming him down. I'll just take care of this. Just pick him up and just
he's
stop walking
under
away.
arrest. He was caught stealing.
I'm gonna be like, oh no, you don't understand. I'll go get the team, and I come back inside, like duck off to the other room, and be like,
Okay.
guys, gonna need your help here.
Yeah, Bruce comes back as you guys are mid-research.
Yeah.
What did you do now?
They've got our friend. They're being very cruel and unusual to our good friend and assistant.
So?
Look, I think it's probably a good idea that we help our friend out. Our good dear friend that we've known for years.
So,
Oh,
out of
by the way,
character,
you're not just right around the corner. You're like a couple.
Yeah.
You're like a couple levels. Like you had to run down the stairs. To
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
this.
Yeah,
okay, so
cool.
it's not like the Arbites is standing right
No,
next to him.
no.
Okay.
It's like
So
okay,
he's just
probably
saying
longer.
weird.
Okay. Oh, anyway, there's a scathing brother downstairs. Come on. He's a probable lead. Maybe. I don't know. Come on. I just want
Do
to
I
grab
think
someone.
that I've gotten everything out of this computer that I'm gonna
You
get?
were in mid typing, but you can come back to it. I'll
Yeah.
Don't worry. I won't screw you out of it.
I would like to go with them to
Okay.
help out
Sure.
the mutant.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Fine.
right.
Wait, aren't we reading information?
Yeah, but you can put it down and come back to it.
Oh no, I'll keep to it.
Yeah,
He's
he's like
screw you.
No, my problem.
with okay. Picture this: Aide, who still has his Janissar mask on, has pieces of paper over, looks down, looks at Bruce, considers him for a moment, and then goes back and puts the paper right over his mask. Like doesn't change a beat. And then
Like-
okay, so you three going?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, you guys head up, and yeah, they've hauled this somewhat wobbly mutant, and they've manacled him to a chair with magnetic manacles, and what do you do?
That's your friend.
And then there's there's how many Arbites here?
There's now 3 of them.
Okay. And I'm like, oh, as I was explaining, lads, here's the team. We're doing an investigation into, we're looking at the manufactorums.
What
you
are
know.
you talking about? They
trying
turn
to sort
around
stuff
like
out
they're
there.
just gonna blow you off again, and then they see chromed out street samurai, and then they see a more imposing figure, which is the Sister of Battle in her full power armor, going, "Oh, what is going on here?"
Like I was saying, guys, we don't have to do
I
anything. You know.
don't want to talk.
This doesn't
to
have to go
you.
higher.
He's looking right at Juliet.
I would like to ask what is this crime?
He was, ma'am. He was caught stealing goods in the one of the local warehouses, in the he gives you a coordinate like that is in the what you now are familiar with is like in that middle area between the hive proper and the underhive. He was brought up here for processing due to facilities more down south are compromised at this point or overrun.
Okay, and I would like to ask what is his punishment?
That is currently not for our. We are currently not licensed to administer his punishment at this time. He is awaiting cross-referencing and interrogation, and then he'll be assigned a adjudicator to deliver his punishment. In short, I
Can
do not
we-
know.
Can we take him and like lock him up in one of our spare rooms? And
Who are you?
because he could be he
I-
could be good for our investigation.
Who are you, ma'am? Can you? They're all looking at each other like, what? There's a mutant, Sister Battle, and some weird chromed out guy all standing in front of them. So they're a bit confused at this moment.
Establish authority over these nerds. Get all ornery. You have to. It's the only way to save our scabby friend.
I would like to say that I am Sister Juliet of the Argent Shroud and a part of the mutant outreach program, and that
They've
This
mouthed
mutant
that.
is.
They mouthed the mutant outreach program. Like what?
And that we must take this mutant in for questioning right
Uh,
now.
Roll a persuasion.
Influence, though, surely.
It's fellowship plus persuasion. Is it persuasion? Yes, they do have persuasion.
Yes.
I missed it for a second.
No.
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 You do still have a wrath left.
Yeah, I would.
Yes, I
would
do.
totes re-roll those 3 dice.
Okay.
Save us.
She has 1 success right now.
But she has 2 wrath left.
Yeah, she had
No,
2,
I
but she can only use 1.
I used one.
Oh, okay.
Just, do it. Oh.
No, she got.
Oh.
No, she got 3. She
I
got
got
3.
a 6.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay. He looks and goes. We will release him into your custody. Do you have your credentials with you?
Yes, I do.
He asks you. He looks to hand you, and one of them, not the guy you talked to, but one of them pulls up like a data slate. It looks like but it's a weird one. It's a lot smaller and bulkier. He takes your credentials, looks at it, and very similar to the airport, it sort of flashes green, and then he types a few things in, and then pulls it out and hands it to you. He's all yours.
Okay, I would like to grab both of the mutants by the ear and drag them back to the room.
Oh, there's only one of them. Oh, okay. Both of them, Bruce and him. Okay, yeah. They all kind of like snicker when you do that and they leave. Yeah. So
I wave to them.
So you all leave with now. But we do need to close up soon. So let's get back to Aid and the Eureka moment that he has had.
I might have a Eureka moment. I've been looking at the image for quite a while.
Yeah.
Do we have a map of the hive?
Yeah.
Can I, like, from top down, not like side view?
Oh, like
Yeah, of the
pie,
layer.
like a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can sure.
So I'd like to place the piece of paper over, or the symbol over the map, and see if the
Nice.
dots correlate to maybe like specific manufactorums.
I am thinking.
That is real good, though. I gotta say.
It is
That's
real
it.
good.
That's completely.
Do you,
that's-
you want to make that a part of your thing? Because that
Gladly.
definitely was not in my original thinking.
Do it. That's awesome.
I want to do it because it took me a while to think of that, and I don't usually think of smart things.
Okay, so correction. As you go through and do this to each layer, we'll start from the top down.
Mhm.
The high spire, the governor, doesn't make sense. Nothing seems to correlate. You go to the what's called the vault, which is where all the nobles live. I do apologize. That's actually I had to look at my notes again. The vault is where it's sort of the upper echelon of the Society of the Imperium live. There are some like you start moving it around, and it's got some idea like there are certain commonalities between each point. Now, and then you go to the you go into the hive proper, which is the bulk of it, and it's starting to make a little bit more like it's getting closer. And then when you get to that layer where all the manufactorums are, and you sort of move things around, you're definitely it's not quite fitting, but there's probably something there. It's either the dots on this design don't match, or the points on the geometry don't match, like the end points. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you all are coming back in, you see Aid like frantically like moving this map around on some of these like layers, and this does take you a little bit of time because you're having to go not like you have to go through slices of the hive to do this.
Oh yeah.
and he's frantically. He's actually. I'm gonna narrate this. He's taken his mask off. He is such in a fervor of like focus that he needs like his entire vision to sort of emulate all of this. He's taken the helmet off. He's taken the mask off. He's looking at everything. And the symbol. So now that I can explain what it looks like, so it's going to be a little interesting to explain without a visual reference.
Can I say one thing?
What?
Can I just throw out an idea out of character?
Sure.
It looks like a chaos symbol to me.
It looks chaosy.
It looks.
That's
It definitely. Okay. It definitely looks like a symbol. Let's just say that, and I'll let everyone see it now. We should be able to show everyone now. Edit. Should all players. Just make it easy. I'll just say all players because I don't care. Okay. You should also have it now. It's called. It doesn't look. It remove the Earth symbol in the middle.
I don't see anything.
Give it a second. It may take a moment.
I see it.
Yep. Remove the Earth symbol in the middle, and then randomly there are several dots mixed in any of the inner in the area enclosed in the symbol. And essentially think of it as a triangle, a very narrow sort of triangle diamond with a more sort of a box that with the lines and borders of the box sort of intermingle to create this multi-pointed star symbol.
Okay.
I still got nothing to reload.
Even you, Jacta, you've never seen, or you've seen a few things that could be similar, but nothing like this. Like this doesn't match what you've seen before. And there.
So you said take the circle out of it?
Yeah, don't take the circle out of it.
Okay.
And there are several mini dots in the middle of it, around it. Little points of.
So just out of curiosity, if he does show us like with it overlay on the map,
Yeah.
does it specifically match up to points on the map?
No, it matches up to a few things. Like I said, either his configuration when he starts getting to the Underhive start matching up on a few places, but it's either the dots don't match or the points on the star itself don't match. You can't make both things match. And what I'm going to say though is either two things, Casper. Aid has either figured out that this is an inaccurate symbol, as in you don't have the original symbol that this could be based off of. So this is a derivative thing. This is a thing you're like, well, I think it's here, and I think it's here, and I think it's here. This is something you basically made. Or you don't have the right slice yet of like the intersection. And you've gone through all of the records that you have. So either you need to find more records or it doesn't match to anything that you have access to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you definitely feel, at least in your gut and in your sense, that the Emperor is guiding you that this is something. But what it is, you're not 100% sure.
Understood.
And with that, I'm going to leave everyone here on that note. Now that I've sort of explained it, what the symbol looks like. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to figure out how I can throw this real quick up on the stream. Let me see if I can add it real quick, and that way people can see it. And I apologize, it's not a hugely accurate symbol, but it will be something cool, I promise. I'll make something for next time now that you guys know what have access to this symbol.
Okay.
I'll make something a little. Well, now that we'll have a little more time. I wasn't expecting you to find it. So right underneath me, for everyone at home, this is what basically simple is. Just remove the Earth symbol in the middle, and there are random dots inside the symbol itself, either in the main body or in these like triangled points on the outside. So before we get out of here, let me plug my stuff. You can find me at BioImportance on Twitter. I also have a podcast called Polyhedron. We're an RPG discussion podcast. I sit down with my good friends once every 2 weeks, and we shoot the shit about role-playing games and role-playing culture. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up, so check it out. Look it at anywhere you can get podcasts at. Does anyone want to plug anything else? Anyone want to shout out anything? Everybody good? All right, cool. All right, good night, everyone. We went a little late, but that was cool. I made some hell of a good progress, and we'll see everyone later. Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.